Yellow, yellow, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Welcome back, welcome back. Random show episode number 300. Random show episode number 300. What's going on? Can you hear me? 300 of the random show without your host Agostino. What's going on? Can you hear me? Miggity, 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 miggity. Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Random show settings. We're back. We're back. We're back. What's happening? What's happening? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hair's looking a bit mad, but hey, it is what it is. Trim is needed, but we're here. We're here. We're here. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Wagwan people. What's good, gang? Let me know if you can see me. If you can hear me, let me know. Let me know. Random show settings. We're back once again. Hope you are all good wherever you may be right now. What's gone? What's good? What's good? What's good? Case of Moses, Lishe Manuel, what's good? Tony FM, what's good? Sarlux, Frizzle, Izanella, what's good? Wingus McDingus, what's good? What's good? Do you have a gun? Yeah, exactly. Big up Game Footballer, what's happening, brother? What's happening? What's happening? LB, what's happening there? Ricky Pitcher, I see you. Mr. Bob Dabalab, what's that? Mr. Bob Dobablina, what's good? Coiler, what's happening? Ricky Pitcher, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? So much stuff has gone on in it. So much stuff has gone on. So much stuff has happened since I last streamed. It feels like it's been a whirlwind. Papa's been fucking spitting feathers, getting angry, furious, threatening people with violence, and it's been fun. So we're gonna react to all of this now. We're gonna cover all of that right bloody now. So much stuff to get into, but let's not waste any time in it. Let's just jump right into it. Let's just jump right into it. Let's just jump right into it. So, as I'm sure most of you are aware, out there are aware, Bappa for some reason decided to take it upon himself to start crying for Shane Carwin. Even though we know from all our Bappa lore that Brendan and Shane Carwin aren't on the bestest of terms, Brendan still felt the need to, share the news of Shane Carwin's current financial career struggles in light of the lawsuit that's currently going on at the moment between a few. I forgot what the actual details of the lawsuit is, but whatever it is, some fighters are not happy with the pay and they're suing the UFC. I think there was a judgment on it already, and then they're going to court again to seek some more money. I'm not really sure on the details, so don't come to me for the details. We're just here for the drama. But regardless, in the lawsuit, there was statements from UFC fighters such as Shane Carwin, basically detailing, how much of a bad situation they're in. Brendan decides to read it on the Shorb Show, read through the details, and based on his prior knowledge of of Shane too, right? He knows Shane closely. They used to be friends. They used to be training partners. He also opined and added more information about Shane's current predicament. Now, when I was covering it at first, I was really perturbed by how much extra unnecessary detail Brendan was adding to the story. Every time he was getting emotional, talking about how much Shane was struggling, he was almost like revealing things about Shane's position that I don't think he has told the world. And I think even recently he said something like, "Oh, he's suicidal." I was like, bro, I don't think he's told the world he's suicidal. He's telling the world mad stuff. So Shane's basically saying, "Hey, I'm down in the dumps. I'm in a bad position right now. I need this money now rather than later." And Brendan was adding all this other spice. Anyway, regardless of the fact, I'm being cynical about it. Put my cynical hat to one side. Brendan was being very emotional, very real, very raw in that moment, crying and sympathizing with his former colleague and maybe wondering quietly to himself, oh shit, that could have been me. Most people reacted quite positively to it, even his haters. I think the Fighter Kiss subreddit guys saw right through it as another, as another way to try and get attention, to try and go viral. Someone on that Reddit actually said they predicted earlier on that he was going to go down the crying route, and he's been doing it a lot. There's been a lot of crying from Brendan. Regardless, most people received it pretty well. He was covered across all MMA media, and then I think he had an interview with like MMA fighting or something. So people loved it. Long story less long, for some reason it looks like Nate Diaz didn't like it. That's what we can assume. We don't know for sure, but judging by this tweet, it seems like Nate Diaz didn't respond too well to Brendan crying about Shane Carwin's financial situation in light of the UFC lawsuit. He tweeted soon after that interview went viral, "Brendan, the big old pussy Shorb." That's what he posted. Just keep that in mind, by the way. Keep that in mind while we go through the series of events. So he posted that. Brendan, the big old pussy Shorb. And that is what led to Brendan then reacting on social media and posting the things that he posted. I forgot what it was. Let me actually get it up on here so we can kind of have a real timeline of the events of what occurred and shit, because I don't want to get anybody in trouble, or I don't want to cover things halfway through. So let's just cover things properly. So this is what Brendan said to Nate Diaz in reply to him calling him a pussy. He posted the following on Twitter and then posted it again on his Instagram, so you know he's mad. So he quote tweeted Nate and said, "Oh buddy, I probably got 20 pounds on you, so not too far off. I'll snap your neck, set up a grappling match, and let me know how it goes for you. Have one of your handlers read this tweet and get back to me." The caption on IG says, "Not sure what set this off. Not sure what set this dude off. Mentioning CTE, I assume. All good. Do something about it, bud. I'm not hard to find. Have your handler set up a grappling match. Let's see how it goes for you." Now, in my opinion, when I initially saw this response, I laughed, I chuckled. I was like, you know what? Fair play to Brendan. Good reply. But in another sense, I was like, how did he get so mad from those words? Brendan, the big old pussy Shorb. Yes, it's from a former fighter, well-respected fighter he's had issues with. Yes, it's highly embarrassing because look at the memes underneath the comments, right? People kind of, you know, loving the fact that he was saying what he was saying to Brendan. Yes, everyone was fucking laughing at him online about it. But essentially, I didn't think those words would warrant such a strong reply, especially a reply where you're threatening violence. Like, huh? You want to fight? Like, you want to fight, for real? Because this guy said he called you a pussy for crying about your best friend who is going through a tough time, or one of your best friends, let's say, a guy that you used to know, right? Great guy, never met him. Never really understood it. But then when you think about their history, maybe some stuff is going on behind the scenes. You think of that viral video where, Nate confronts Brendan in the back room of when Floyd was fighting Connor, and basically, has some words with him because he didn't like what Brendan said about him in the previous fight. Maybe you think this has been brewing for a while. But regardless, that's what happened. So that happened. Then you have comments like this happening as well underneath of Nate Diaz's initial tweet. This random person on Twitter, again, I don't know how much we can read into it, but this random person on Twitter said the following: "He's a bitch. Bro, I seen him in Detroit. He was so quick to get away from this 2 OnlyFans that they said, you know what, we gave this for what? Let's read that again. He's a bitch, bro. I seen him in Detroit. He was so quick to get away from his only 2 fans that they said, you know what, we gave this for a chance. Fuck him. They proceeded to throw shit at the Sprinter van he went into hiding in." Okay, cool. So this guy is definitely a Nate Diaz fan because I don't really understand much of what he's saying. But if I can surmise and try to make sense of it, it sounds like he's saying he saw Brendan in Detroit somewhere. He tried to approach him. Brendan ran away, jumped into his car, and him and his friend, pissed off and annoyed that they got ignored and dismissed by somebody that they were trying to say hi to, started throwing objects and projectiles at the van that Brendan was sitting in. That's what I'm getting from this particular statement. Okay, cool. Now, this is accurate to me. I can believe this. Why can I believe this? Why do you think I can believe this? I can believe this because Brendan does seem to be paranoid, is the right word? A little bit jumpy in public. You see the video recently we played in a stream of him at the rain stand thing they had at Olympia. You just see generally when he's around fans, when he's after comedy shows, when he used to do stand up, he's generally kind of paro or just not good with people in the social environment. I'm not sure what it is. I get the feeling, this is really sad, I get the feeling he's suffering from maybe not PTSD, but something to do with the Reddit. I think he has these weird dreams where somebody from the Reddit jumps in his house or something, or finds him somewhere and like bludgeons him to death. I think he has those dreams for, often. I think so. Which is what makes him really scared when he goes into public, because he thinks these people online who are my haters, they hate me so much that he's thinking himself, he wouldn't be surprised if they found him in real life and tried to do something to him. Which is crazy because, he's a former UFC fighter, heavyweight as well. He could kill most people on planet Earth. So for him to be like worried about some jokes that people are saying on a Reddit so much so that he makes him paro to say hi to fans in the streets. It's fucking insane. But I can believe this story. Even if you don't, I can believe this to be true because Brendan doesn't seem to like talking to or saying hi to his fans in general. Then we had other posts like this where Brendan was replying to somebody in his comments who said the following: "Can we get Cyborg to corner Nate?" And I guess he's referring to Cyborg, the jiu-jitsu guy who Brendan famously took part in that invitational, where he was doing there was some grappling jiu-jitsu match and Brendan refused to engage, and he did what he calls a Shorb shutdown. Till this day, which is weird, till this day, because I wasn't watching Brendan back then. I only got into Brendan when like TFATK was kind of popping off, but I didn't really know about Brendan back then. I didn't know him. I didn't really follow his content when he had a buzz cut. I only followed his content when he had like hair. But even back then, jiu-jitsu fans hated him. Until this day, jiu-jitsu fans still talk negatively about Brendan because of that one match where he ran away from the guy, didn't engage, and because he didn't want to get subbed. Like he was, conscious that he didn't want to get subbed, he didn't want to get embarrassed, so he didn't want to engage at all, and just essentially spent most of the time just avoiding any kind of engagement, grappling, whatever it may be. So people haven't forgot about it. And I guess the person that he fought was called Cyborg, which is why they said Cyborg in the corner. He replies, "That would be sick. Not sure it would help since he was ranked #1 grappler in the world at the time and still couldn't do much. Any other ideas?" Which is kind of a roundabout way of Brendan saying he's #1 too. He's mentioning, hey, this guy tried to do something and I shut him down. If I can shut him down, what do you think I'm going to do with just Nate Diaz? It's kind of like a little bit of a flex, a little bit of a humble brag. Cool. It continues. Then on the back of that, we also have this particular video clip where I forgot the guy's name, but he was on Errol Helwani's show, and they're talking about Brendan, and Brendan's name comes up, and he basically mentions, hey, would you set up a fight between Nate Diaz and Brendan in your organization? And this guy seems very, 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 very game. I forgot his name. Please remind me what his name is. He's really funny. He actually fought, what's his face? He fought the lady. I forgot her fucking name recently, which was really funny actually. But let me play the clip anyway.
Are people hitting you up? I want to be a part of it. I saw someone say to me, book Brendan Schaub versus Nate Diaz at the next one. I don't know if you saw that back and forth. Brendan Schaub challenged him to a grappling match last week. Did you see that?
That's his name, Craig Jones. Thank you for the stream chat for letting me know. Craig Jones. Thank you. Okay, big up Austin Casey. Lives in Austin now. Big up. Nick beat up Cyborg in Strike Force. People remember. Oh shit. Him wadding those deep pad waters with the comments and redacted. How will he blame the team? Big up.
Interested, but only if you commentate that grappling match.
Yeah, sign me up. I'm in. If you make that match happen, I'm in.
Honestly, anything entertaining enough like that would be amazing. But Nate Diaz would probably physically attack him before we got to the grappling stage.
That's a very good point. I never thought about that. That's a very good point. It wouldn't be nice. The build up to the fight wouldn't be nice. It wouldn't be chill. There'd be a lot of chairs thrown, bottles thrown. It'd get very, very tense very quickly. Let's be real. It would get very tense very quickly. Let's be fucking real.
That's cool. I mean, that's all part. I feel like you'd.
Maybe Brendan might throw a dolly at him. If you know, you know. Brendan might throw a dolly at him.
Welcome that.
Part of the drama. Who knows? Maybe Brendan Schaub does what I did to Gabby, throws a little kiss in there, throws him off his game.
I was very impressed, and I can't wait for the second one. Keep us posted. I want in on that match. That one.
Ariel, so the guy's about to leave the show. They finish the interview, and Ariel says, "Hey, by the way, let me know." So Ariel really is game for it. He really wants to get involved. You can tell how much Ariel likes Brendan by how much he wants to get involved. Hey,
that one you offered, I want in.
Oh, you're in. We don't have to work around that amateur organization, the Olympics, you were busy with last time.
Yeah, listen, I didn't want to bring it up, but I was a little busy. But no Olympics next summer, so I'm free and clear.
Oh, yes.
Awesome. You're in for the homeless cats, cornering Nate Diaz.
Thank you, Craig. Congrats. Appreciate it. Talk to you soon.
What a legend.
What
a
guy. Craig Jones.
Absolute legend. We got Craig Jones. Fucking love it. So Craig Jones is offering to set up a fight officially between Nate Diaz and Brendan Schaub. Big up Stevie M2 in the stream chat. Yo, before I forget, to all the metalheads and rockers out there, R.I.P. Paul Diony. Exactly, yep, I agree with that one. What's that? Founding member of what, Iron Maiden, was it? Yeah. R.I.P. to him, man. R.I.P. to Paul Diano or Diano. Big up, R.I.P. to Paul Diano. So big up Stevie for that acknowledgement. So let's get to the main bit, the best bit of this particular back and forth. Brendan deciding to go absolutely scorched earth in what has to be deemed as one of the best crash outs of this year. Must be up there with one of the best crash outs of this year. Brendan just absolutely losing the plot when he decided to record an episode of the Shorb Show yesterday. So he does the tweet. No, Nate Diaz does the tweet. Brendan replies. He's stewing over it. He comes in the studio on the Monday. He comes in the studio on the Monday and just decides to go crazy, absolutely crazy on Nate Diaz. So much so that we're gonna play it now because you have to see this. If you haven't seen this, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you have to see this because this is number one, in my opinion, one of the best crash outs we've ever seen in a long time, especially from Papa. It's been kind of boring, I think so, in the Papa verse, Shorb verse, JRE verse, right? In my personal opinion, this fucking whole like car guy gearhead LARP situation going on, baseball dad shit is really boring. But this has really reinvigorated me, and I think hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of homeless cats out there. And big up in the stream chat for also seeing this. This is chef's kiss crash out.
And now,
let's fast forward.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
Let's go.
Now, Brandon Thick Boy Shop.
Well, hello, friends. Monday, October 21st. It is 8:52 a.m. on this glorious.
By the way, he's also looking more puffy and more swollen. So either the Ozempic has run out, peptides have run out, or he's been in a really bad, sad mood. So he's been binging on shit, binging on things he probably shouldn't be eating. Hence why he's got the inflamed face. But he's looking a lot more. Oh, is it too loud? Is it too loud? Cool. Let me lower it. So is it too loud or too low? Let me know. Is it too loud or too low? It should be okay. Your voice is way lower. Way lower. Cool. How about that? Let's go there. Let's go there. Cool. Let's go there. Hopefully that should be okay. I'll play it anyway, and you guys let me know.
Crispy Monday morning. Face probably looks a little sunburnt. Lips a little chapped. I was at my kiddo's travel ball tournament.
He can't even think about his kid. He can't even think about his kid's game and how good that was without Nate Diaz crossing over his mind. He can't do it. He's been brewing so. Imagine how angry he must have been on that baseball field. I'm not sure what it's called. What do you call it? A baseball field? Is it called a baseball field? Is it called a circle? What that area you play baseball in? What do you call that? Imagine how angry he must have been in the stands, screaming and shouting more than he usually does, taking all his frustration of Nate Diaz out on his little child and the opponents that his kid was facing. The diamond, right? A diamond or a field. Okay, big up Joe from Maye. A diamond. Imagine Brendan's mood on the diamond, eh? Imagine Brendan's mood on the diamond. God almighty.
And it was like near Ojai. Travel ball be taking places you've never been. Never heard of it. Strawberry fields. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Look how mad he is.
To get him there. He had an 8 a.m. game. I was there from 6:45 till about 6 p.m. at night.
Good to know.
Boys played well though.
By the way, the second camera is fucking hilarious. By the way, the second camera is fucking hilarious.
He's out of his slump. The boy's out of his slump. For all those of you that sent advice and links on how to get kids out of slump, I can't thank you enough. The biggest thing that helped him is all week we practice him hitting from the left. Now you can switch hit. I know every dad says this. Oh, my son can.
Hey, we don't care. Fast forward. We don't care.
A lot of people.
We don't care.
Him to get back to the basics, and it's,
we don't care.
One of the better teams we've seen.
We don't care.
The starter pitcher.
We don't care.
Binders, best season finale.
Come on.
Family and co.
Here we go.
But
Come on.
We got done, and
Give us a crush out.
one of the kids' dads on the team, Jay, he lives close to us. He was like, steak and shrimp to celebrate and watch the Dodgers. And usually I'm not about it. But when T plays well, dude, he'd been like, Dad, I want to go to Montana. We're going to Montana.
So when your son doesn't play well, what happens? Does he get punished? You got the punishment. You have to go straight back home. There's no McDonald's on the way home. No Taco Bell. No nothing. No ice cream. No soft drinks. Nah. If you play well, you're going back home. I'm dropping you off home and I'm going to go eat. Fucking hell, brutal, innit?
Like whatever he wants to do. So I was there. I didn't come home yesterday. Again, I left the house, probably 5:30 to pick him up. I didn't get home to 9:30.
Okay, good to know.
But it's
Can we see the crash out, please?
School today.
Nope. Crash out?
Nothing better.
Crash out? Here we go.
Outside that, man, big fight weekend. I'm going to jump right into it. Some of you, especially the new viewers,
Especially the new viewers. By the way, how many minutes are we into this? Not 3 minutes. So he did well. He avoided crashing out straight away. He spent 3 minutes, talking about his kid, glazing his kid, blah, 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 baseball, he's going to be a beast, baseball. And then here comes a glorious crash out.
I tune in. Oh, how's Brendan responding to Nate Diaz? Not a long rant here.
Yeah. Famous last words.
I've never had issues with the guy.
First lie and first mistake. He always does this, by the way. And I despise this. And I think it's a form of manipulation. It's a form of gaslighting. And it's very disingenuous. I have an issue with you. You don't have I have an issue with you. You know that. But you keep saying you don't have an issue with me. In attempt to make me seem as if like I'm the unhinged one. I'm the crazy one. I'm the mad one. I'm the bitter one. I'm the one holding a grudge. No. We both have issues with each other. That's why we fell out. That's why him and Diaz fell out. Him and Diaz fell out for a dumb reason. Brendan did what Brendan does. He spoke disparagingly about a fighter being a former fighter, which is not cool. He said something about, Conor teeing off on Nate. Nate obviously being the way he is, took it very badly. Brendan could have probably, in the interaction, he probably could have quelled it, but he didn't. He probably felt threatened. He probably felt like, he's trying to step to him. So rightfully so in that situation. I understand why Brendan did it. He spoke a bit of smack back, right? And then, of course, from that moment on, Nate has never been his friend. But I never understand this, I don't have a problem with him. Yes, you do. You maybe don't think it's a big issue, but he does. That's why you're not friends. Like, stop with this, like, oh, yeah, I don't really have a problem with him. I'm cool with him. If you call me right now, I'll do, like, come on, man. Come on. You're not friends.
Never. Even with the Showtime stuff, that caught me off guard. For those of you who don't know, how long ago was that? When Conor fought.
Again, never accepting accountability or taking any responsibility. How could the Showtime stuff catch you off guard when you said something about him and his fights and get teed off on? Why are you getting upset for? I didn't say anything bad. Yes, you did. That's why I'm responding to you the way I am. God damn it, this guy. I guess it's that narcissistic trait, like refusal to accept any responsibility for the role he played in anything. It's like, oh, I'm the perfect damsel in distress.
Floyd. I was paid by Showtime, a little background there. I was paid by Showtime to sell the public that Conor has a chance.
Again, another lie, because I was there when it happened. He genuinely believed Conor was going to win. There was people within UFC and MMA, myself included, who were fighting and defending the right and arguing that Conor would land a punch, because there were some people back then were saying, oh, Conor's not even going to land a punch. Remember that? And Conor did land a couple of good punches, actually. So I was saying Conor's going to land a punch. But there were some psychos, like Brendan, who were really riding the UFC fucking hype train, and obviously Conor's, and saying, oh, Conor was going to win. And you remember Brendan in pods, he was getting on those pods and you'd be like, oh, he's got this wide stance. This wide stance. He believed this shit. Showtime didn't pay him to be a contrarian. They didn't pay him to play this role. He's not that good of an actor. He actually believed at that time, because he was a Conor nut hugger. He probably still is now. Conor could do no wrong in his eyes. He believed he could walk on fucking water. So he was saying that guy is going to beat Floyd. Obviously, it didn't pan out that way, but Showtime didn't pay him to say that. He was already employed by Showtime. They used him because it made sense. Former UFC fighter. This fight's happening. Why not use this guy as the main, person to kind of as a go-to? And to be fair, his coverage during that fight was pretty good. He was actually, that was when he was actually doing research. He was actually speaking quite well about Conor's skill set, what he could offer, the challenge he could present to fucking Floyd Mayweather in a fight. But they didn't pay him to be a contrarian. He believed Conor was going to win.
He was going to win, but he has a chance. That was my job. That's what I was paid for. I was the Conor expert. Still am. Love the guy, right? Hopefully he fights soon. Probably not. So that was my narrative. And Conor does his thing. I guarantee he'd land a punches, which isn't a crazy statement and very obvious in a boxing match, no matter how lopsided you think it is.
Revisionism.
And I was
leaving after
win. Doing my job. And
said
I was walking, to win. And the entire arena's pro Floyd, pro boxing. There was no familiar faces. So it's not awkward for me because my Showtime boys are there, Brian Daly, everyone's there, and they're walking with me in the back, and I see Nate, and I'm like, oh.
Why does this matter, by the way? Why does this matter? Like, what? Are you a child? Oh, I'm a former UFC fighter. I go to boxing. None of my friends are here. Like, so you're going to work, but you're worried because you're the only, huh? What do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to jump you or something? He's a very egotistical, very kind of big-headed, but also he's incredibly insecure and almost cowardly in a way, which is weird to say. Former UFC fighter, heavyweight guy who could legit probably kill all of us watching this particular stream right now with his bare hands. But he's almost very, very cowardly in a way. Yeah, so I saw Nate and I was like, oh my God, thank you. It's like, huh? Why are you like this?
Thank God, another UFC guy, alumni, yes. I go to say what's up, and you just start talking shit.
Again, not understanding that someone has an issue with you and then trying to force them to be friends with you by being cool is a form of manipulation. It's a form of gaslighting. I don't care what anyone says. It's very intentional. You know I don't have a problem with you. You're putting your hand out there to make me look like I'm the weirdo when really and truly, we've got beef. Put your hand down. Don't try to be my friend.
You know, his own insecurities. I don't know what's going on there. That was a weird one.
His own insecurities.
Like, okay, whatever.
His own insecurities.
Probably 3 weeks before that, ran him to Whole Foods. He was cool. So that's why I was like, oh, another, he's still cool.
I don't believe this part of the story. That's just a lie just to make himself look good. I ran into him at Whole Foods and it was cool. What did you say to him at Whole Foods exactly? See how vague that story was? I ran into him at Whole Foods. Did you run into him at Whole Foods? Or did you see him across the fucking store? Did you see him leaving when you were walking in? Like, what actually happened? I don't believe this part of the story. Oh, we were cool at Whole Foods. I thought we were going to be... Yeah, right.
So, he's like a rattlesnake, hot and cold. All good. None of that bothers me. And then he tweets out, I think on Friday, driving my son to baseball practice.
Feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for me.
Or maybe my brother was like,
oh God,
here goes Nate Diaz again. I'm like, what? For what?
I love how he never sees stuff himself, by the way. I love this. I love how he never sees stuff himself. A buddy. Someone sent it to me. A fan. Like, you never just see stuff yourself. Someone has to tell you things all the time. Are you that oh yeah, whatever, man. These little lies. A buddy. All right, a buddy. You mean Twitter? You mean your own Twitter account? While you're at traffic, checking the timeline. A buddy.
And he put Brendan the big old pussy shop with a crying emoji. Okay. And this, I assume, and most people tell me that it's in response to me getting emotional over my friend of 20 years who I owe most of my UFC career to because he paid for me when I couldn't afford the gym, couldn't afford private lessons, and we came up together. He came in.
That actually makes you look worse, to be fair. Now there's all these extra details. He paid for you when you couldn't afford lessons. You came up together. And instead of, I don't know, helping him out behind the scenes and then reporting on the story the way you report on the story, you use the story to kind of make it about yourself by crying in front of camera. But then you're also the first person to defend Dana White and fight a pay. Because, I have a business now. I understand how difficult. It's like, what? You were against fighter pay, or you were championing for an increase in fighter pay when you're in the UFC. you retired from the UFC partly because of the money and the lack thereof compared to your comedy and podcasting career and the Reebok deal basically scattering all sponsorship opportunities. Then suddenly, you know, Dana White turns into the guy he is now. The UFC sells for what it sold for. Dana White isn't going anywhere anytime soon. He's like a fucking, you know, he's a legendary figure already at the moment. You see how the tide has changed around him, and you want to be a part of the cool guy club because you know without Dana's cosign on certain things, you can't be let into certain rooms. So all of a sudden you turn into a Dana Glazer. That's the really disingenuous side about it. You're crying about your friend Shane, but then you're also championing and making excuses for and running defense for a guy who's partly responsible for why Shane's position is in at the moment. Absolutely full of shit.
Term heavyweight champ. I became top 10 in the world, and we both started when he had one fight, I had none. So he's experiencing some of the worst side effects of dedicating his life to mixed martial arts.
Tell us some more secrets.
So me getting emotional about that, I guess that makes me a big old pussy.
Hypocrite, not a pussy though.
Which
big
is
up
which is
Austin Casey.
weird.
Big up.
a man as he is, he still puts the P in projection. Also in PSSY.
Yes, yes. Hey. I see what you did there, Austin Casey. I see what you did there. Chicky.
I don't get it. It's this whole. How honest do I want to be with you guys? This whole.
That's the bit that really surprised me. So he's talking about this topic in a very calm manner, I feel like, giving an overview of what's happening, why Nate went bad on him, and trying to understand it. Then it just switches here, and he starts to get emotional, and it sounds like he's going to cry. This is the same way he started to cry about everything. I thought we were going to fight, right? Him crying when people were thanking him for making a special. Still one of my best fucking Brendan videos of all time. One of my favorites. Brendan crying because of a video he commissioned Chin to make where all these friends and family thank him for making a stand-up special. Brilliant TV. Brilliant YouTube. So the same way that the crying in those videos was the precursor to that crying was this sort of like, this sort of like nose bunged up kind of like, the same, like how and why are you getting emotional just retelling the story of what happened? Oh, you know, giving us an overview, a roundup. Why? I wonder if you're just sobbing all weekend. It's such a bizarre response. Honestly, I don't know what's going on here.
Social media thing, like Brent didn't even tag me, Brent in the big old pussy shop, crying emoji. Here's let's go. Look at him. He looks really sad. Here's how I feel about it.
Why?
This is just internet gossip, right? This gets him trending. He doesn't have a lot going on. Didn't get paid for the Masvidal fight. Probably doesn't know what he's going to do next.
Ouch.
Connor, he's probably waiting on that. Connor's tied up with the TV right deal, so he's probably banking on that. He fought Masvidal, lost to Jake Paul, right? That's a big blow to his
Lot of
ego.
assumptions here. Lot of assumptions here.
I guess he needs to do this to stay current. I retired 15 years ago, man.
Imagine Brendan thinking that Nate Diaz is saying what he said about him in order to be current. Current. I wouldn't say current's the right word. That was just like one of those shots you fire on social where you forget who you are. You're just firing it because you saw something on social. Oh my God, what? It's like when I say something like, I don't know, oh, people who cry on camera are fucking lame. It's just like a minor shot you just throw out on social. You don't think too much of it and keep it moving. This guy, it literally affected his entire weekend. To stay current. He started making those assumptions about Nate Diaz's financial position. Oh yeah, he's just saying it because he wants money. And obviously if you want money, you talk about B Shorb. Because everybody knows B Shorb is Blockbuster. It's like, what? Huh? Okay.
That being said,
hey, good podcast.
that's social media. This isn't real.
Big up ALT.
Because here's what's real.
Big up Steve.
I will fuck you up.
Big up Sam.
That's real. I'm not
up
asking for
Meerkat.
this. I don't want to fuck him up. I'm not trying to fuck him up. End of the day, if he walked in right now, I said, Chin, Case, can you guys leave? Only one of us is going to walk out unscathed.
Unscathed. Interesting response. I call you a big old pussy Shorb, crybaby, because of you crying on camera, which some men will deem to be crybaby shit. And you say I will fuck you up. But why? I just said you were a baby for crying on camera. You could not think that, but I think that. Now why do you want to fight me? Odd response. To be fair, this response would have made more sense after their first interaction. But Brendan tried to keep trying to play like, I'm bigger than that person, I don't give a fuck, trying to play the big, Billy Big Balls, and trying to pretend like it wasn't a big deal. Right? But he really should have replied to Nate this way after their first running, after the Conor and Floyd fight. This doesn't make any sense because it's like, why are you so angry?
And it's me. Every fucking day of the week, 365 days a year, I will snap his fucking neck. I know.
Yo, that is a lot. I will snap his neck. So what, you want to kill him? You want to kill him because he called you a crybaby? Fucking hell. So I guess in in black culture, hip hop culture, if you say suck my dick in certain, regions of America, those are fighting words. I guess if you say somebody is a crybaby, right? Or you call them a pussy, I guess, maybe in white culture, is that similar to saying suck my dick to some people? So maybe this crash out makes sense. Maybe in Denver, Colorado, in the mean streets of Denver, Colorado, if you tell someone is a pussy, that basically means you want to fight them. So I can't just call you a pussy without wanting to fight.
I know. What's his fucking area code? 209? I know, 209. I get all that.
What was that? I never see someone done that in ages. We used to do that in school a lot.
I know, 209.
I've never seen someone do that in ages. That was just, remember back in school? Not the best thing, by the way. Not the best thing because we know what it describes, right? And I don't want to get re-demonetized. But you remember in school people would do that. Brendan's been spending too much time with his kids, man. Brendan's been spending too much time hanging out with his kids. You can tell his kids are his best friends. You can tell his kids are literally his best friends, and he has no other interaction with other adults, because this type of shit you'd imagine his kid would do to him, Yeah, exactly. Big up Gamebred. Gamebred knows. Yeah, big up the case, exactly. Re-demonetized, exactly. It's coming. I'm gonna be the first YouTuber in history to get demonetized twice. Oh, big up the re-demonetized gang.
I get all that. Very cool. None of that is real. Oh, but he did great against Donald Cerrone. Did you see him? Leon Edwards. Dude, he's had some great fights.
So none of that is real. Then he names fights that Nate Diaz had that were real.
Tough dude. I don't give a fuck.
Ooh.
I'm 245 pounds, trained black belt, top 10 UFC heavy.
Dubious black belt, by the way. He only got the black belt because his son was asking why he doesn't have a black belt. He felt insecure, DM'd his old dojo, box, whatever you call it, fucking jiu-jitsu place, went there and they gave him one. Even though he hadn't rolled in ages, because you don't earn belts that way. You earn belts by rolling a bunch, training a bunch, over time, as your level increases, over a number of years, whatever, you then get your belts. He got his belt given to him as a gesture. Maybe because he's famous now. Maybe because the dojo wanted put us on social media, it's good for us, you know what I mean? But he didn't really earn that black belt at all. I still think when it comes to jiu-jitsu, which is weird, we said it before in the stream chat, I don't know why his career was mostly striking when it seems like jiu-jitsu and grappling is like he's really good at, but he wanted to be a swinging and banging type of guy. But it's clear that he does have high level jiu-jitsu, and he's also huge. Yo, big up Wingus McDingus. Oh, it's not going to say it because you use bad words. He's getting so ass mad because somebody called him but this long has thrown some utterly disgusting stuff against a bunch of people who didn't deserve it. Al Pacino and Brock Lesnar's kids come to mind. Exactly. Also happy 300. The Asian nation stands tall. Exactly, brother. Exactly.
Weight in the world at one point. I'm not out of shape. I'm a fucking beast when it comes down to, I know, I tell jokes, I do crazy shit, I made some mistakes. Oh, he got knocked out by No Garo. Oh, he's into trucks. I get all that. Firing the kids, silly dude. I get all that. At the end of the day.
So basically trying to say my podcast is shit. You hate my car stuff. I get it. I had to quit stand up, all these things. But still I would kill you.
At the end of the day,
I would kill you.
the way this works, I'm not a civilian like the rest of his goons around him.
I know the civilians.
I'm not this fake gangster. I don't go looking for fights.
I know they're fake gangsters.
I know I'm tough. I don't have to get on Twitter and blast it out and prove it every day because I'm insecure because whatever shit he has going on with his childhood trauma. I don't have to do that.
Ooh, that's a bit much, isn't it? He just called you a pussy for crying on camera. Isn't that a bad thing? Is that really deserving of saying that he has unaddressed childhood trauma? What about you, sir? That seems a bit much, doesn't it? It almost seems like he's making the situation worse.
At the end of the day, I will twist your fucking neck off. Ask your boys.
Wow.
There's many of guys that you fucks with.
Many of guys. Many of size. Is that similar to that? Many of size. Many of guys.
Go ahead and ask them. Very close guys to you. Ask them how.
Well, many of guys.
But the difference between you and I, if you start crying because you're.
Let's see. What's many of guys?
Go ahead and ask them.
Huh? I won't hear this again.
There's many of guys that you fucks with.
You fucks with?
Fucking neck off. Ask your boys.
Oh, this is him trying to get down to the next level. He's trying to be street. He's trying to be hood like Nate. Hey, I'm going to come down to your level. I'm going to speak to you like another member of the mean streets of Sacramento. Right? That's what he's trying to do. Ask your boys. The boys. Fucks with. Look at Brendan. Look at Brendan snapping his neck and that. Huh?
Many of guys that you fucks with.
Many of guys.
That I've rolled with.
Ooh,
ask them how it went. Go ahead and ask them. Very close guys to you. Ask them how it went, bud. Mm-hmm. That's real. This isn't real.
Okay, name the names.
And the difference between you and I, Nate,
say
a million fucking things, don't get me started. But the difference between
Ooh, I'm better than you. It feels so juvenile. A million things, don't get me started. He's really mad, bro. He's really mad. I can't get past how mad he is. Like, he's actually furious. Like, he must have been a nightmare to deal with. Thankfully, his kid won baseball, but he must have been such bad company this past weekend at baseball with his children. Could you imagine the mood he was in? Kicking shit, kicking cups, bins, water coolers, throwing plastic cups on the floor, super aggressive. Come on! Come on! You know Americans love that, right? Come on! He must have been going mad on that fucking touchline, stands, bleachers, whatever they're called. Fuck, you know, all because Nate said he's a pussy for crying. Or no, he called him a crybaby. God damn it, man.
You and I, if you start crying because your brother who has CT.
Ooh.
The difference between...
How'd you know that, though? Now he's involving Nick. So now he's got beef with Nick. Nick and Nate. God damn it.
You and I is if your brother, and Shane's a brother to me, if your actual fucking brother came out and started getting emotional, or if you started coming out getting emotional about your brother's issues with CT and fighting and all this shit, because we know he has his issues, I would support you, even though you've been a dick to me the entire time.
That makes you a wally. That doesn't make you look good. Why, like, supporting somebody just because you want to look good? Supporting somebody even though you know you got a problem with them in effort to make you look good doesn't make you look good. It makes you look like a fucking wally. Very manipulative too. Oh, I know you've been a dick to me, but in this moment of need, when you're down low, I'm going to support you so I look good to the public because they know that we have beef, but I'm going to be the bigger man. I'm going to turn the other. She's like, no, get fucked. Get fucked. I'm sure Nick, being the brother that he is probably the same. If you have a problem with my brother, I have a problem with you. I don't want your condolences. I don't want your compassion. I don't want anything from you. So by default anyway, even though he only involved Nick now, you have beef with Nick Diaz as well too, because that's a brother. He probably rides for him. What the fuck is all this shit?
That's what I do. That's what men do, bud.
Men.
I wouldn't bash you.
It's not a man.
And this whole narrative, your entire narrative, oh, fuck the man. Bud, you've been paid more than 9.
Fuck the man. What? Looks like a kangaroo. It looks like a fucking pissed off kangaroo, doesn't it? He looks like a pissed off kangaroo telling a tourist to get the fuck back. Right? At some, at some parking clubs or somewhere. Some fucking annoying tourist keeps trying to touch him, and that's the kangaroo in Australia, like, fucking get the fuck back. Huh? He kind of looks like one, isn't it? Fuck, like, when the hell has Nate ever said something about fuck the man? Anti-establishment, yeah? Rage Against the Machine, Connor. Rage Against the Machine, Nate Diaz.
Bud, you've been paid more than 99% of the fighters. Cut the bullshit.
Cut the bullshit.
You're no different than Kobe Compton's MAGA shit.
Huh? Why did Kobe Covington get a random shot there?
It's all fake, bud. You're not fooling anybody. I've seen how the sausage is made. You're not tough to me. I know tough guys. Tough guys don't get on the internet.
Tough guys are Chris D'Elia, come batter from being accused of being a diddler and a rapist. Tough guys are Brian Callen, come back from being accused of being a rapist and a sexual harasser. Those are tough guys, you know? You can come back from that, you're a tough dude. Oh, you won a couple of fights in the UFC. You had some legendary wars. Oh, you were really good at jiu-jitsu and grappling. Who cares? That doesn't make you tough. What makes you tough is podcasting. What makes you tough is standing or sitting rather in front of that microphone after everyone has found out that yes, no means yes and yes means yes. You know, that's a real tough guy, you know? Have you gone up at the Laugh Factory recently, Nate Diaz? Huh? Have you sold out the fucking, the ha-ha? Have you sold out yuck yucks? Huh? Have you ever played the Ice House? Exactly. You're not a tough guy, Nate Diaz.
And tweet at another grown fucking man who beat the shit out of them when they're crying or they're getting emotional because their friend of 20 fucking years is having major issues.
By the way, I hope Shane Carwin comes out and says, hand up, please. I'm not your friend.
Suicidal thoughts.
Oh, there we go. More secrets. More secrets that we had no idea about, by the way. More secrets that he's revealing about Shane Carwin that we had no idea about. Now he's telling us Shane Carwin is on the brink of suicide. Have you heard about that in the media? This is his friend, by the way. In an effort to defend his friend, he's exposing all this shit. Okay, cool.
When they're crying or they're getting emotional because their friend of 20 fucking years is having major issues, suicidal thoughts.
Great friend, never met him.
That's pussy.
Okay.
That's the difference between you and I.
There we go.
I'm not some moron who buys into your tough guy narrative, bud. I don't give a fuck you're from Sacramento.
Sacramento. Yo, big up.
Someone in chains posted the exact Carwin message that he wrote.
Oh. What did Shane write? Let me see if I found it on my phone. What did Shane write? What did he write? Oh, I can't find it yet. Hold on. What did Shane Carwin? What did he say? Can we say it yet? Let me see if I can get it up on here. I'll get it up on my phone. Let's see. Shane. Big up, Shane. Look at the reply from. Okay, cool. Okay, there it is. Yeah, here we go. So this is the post that Shane Carwin wrote, right? 8 years ago. It seems like an odd thing to say, especially coming. This is 8 years ago, by the way. 8 years ago. It seems like an odd thing to say, especially coming from him. He should really stay in his own lane on this one. He knows I pushed the UFC and USADA together. He knows my track record, and I know his. I'm not sure this was what he was talking about. My cardio has never been an issue. And, yo, big up Abe Martinez, appreciate you.
If Baba wasn't a giant, he would never react like.
If Papa wasn't a giant, he would never. Yeah, exactly. Big up Abe Martinez. Appreciate you, bro. My cardio has never been an issue, and beat his ass for several rounds at a time. So again, what is he talking about? He seems caught up in being a fan friendly. Easy to say I have bad cardio based on Lesnar fight. He knows I was rushed to the hospital and was near death. He was with me. That wasn't cardio, and he knows it. While he has been deciding on his next hairstyle, I have been steady working on my trade and staying busy. My back has been fine for over a year now. I will indeed mop up the entire division. Sorry, why did I say that way for? I will indeed mop up the entire division. I have a plan for all of them, even Kane. He knows that I have great wrestling. He knows I can deal with footwork, and you have to come close to get a takedown. I will knock any heavyweight into the world out. If they question that call, your matchmakers, let's lace them up. I do not see the first part of the complimentary. I don't see the first part as complimentary. It's also typical Brendan. Or do I need to call him Big Brown? He insults the person and then covers it with bullshit praise, and you are left wondering what he really believes. Isn't that what Papa does now? This is 8 years ago, by the way. He insults the person, then covers it with bullshit praise, and you're left wondering what he really believes. When the podcast is over and his fake friends are gone, he won't have a friend here. Did you hear that? When the podcast is over and his fake friends are gone, he won't have a friend here, meaning in me, meaning Shane Carwin. The guy is saying he's my best friend for 20 years. He says, I'm not your friend. Don't count on me. Don't call me. Leave me alone. If he has evidence of me having trouble passing a test, he should man up and just say it. We can certainly have a discussion if he wants. Wow. So this is the guy that Brendan is riding for, trying to make it seem like they're the best of buds, like they hang out all the time, and he's so sad to see his friend going through what they're going through, and the truth is, they've not been friends for a very long time. But for some reason, Brendan is still getting information. Like, I'd be pissed if I was Shane, that Brendan is still able to get such personal information about you, you know, because you maybe share friends in common who like to gossip. That would annoy me more than just him still talking about me, you know? Like, who are these friends that I'm confiding in who are going back and speaking to somebody they know I'm not cool with? Like, I'd fucking hate that if I was them. But again, what do I know?
Your biggest thing? That's it? That's the narrative? I know tough guys from Sacramento.
Sacramento!
What are you going to do, Nate?
Yo, big up NJ Ranger. Big up NJ
Big
Ranger.
up Oz. Big up the nation. Congratulations on episode number 300. Shit got a little dicey with the demonetization, but you're back moving and grooving, and I respect your work ethic. Here's to another 300.
Hell yeah.
F all the bums /
Hell yeah.
/
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. End transmission. Big up NJ Ranger. Big up NJ Ranger. Big up the 300 crew. Big up the 300 people joining. Appreciate you. Let's get those likes of 300, eh? Huh? Let's do a DSP. Let's do a fucking Kino Casino. Come on, guys! Let's get those likes. Fuck all that shit. But yeah, big up everybody for joining in. Appreciate you so much. Big up NJ Ranger. You know you're a G. Big up to you. Let's go.
What are you going to do? Volume punch me, motherfucker?
Oh, what are you going to do when the B-Shorb is coming for you? Oh, that was brilliant. Look at that.
What are you going to do, Nate? What are you going to do?
One more time.
What are you going to do, Nate?
I got to make that drop.
What are you going to do, Nate?
Yeah, one more time.
What are you going to do, Nate? What are you going to do? Volume punch me, motherfucker?
What are you going to do, Nate? Use some of that boxing you've been doing? That's what it sounds like, doesn't it? That's what it sounds like. Will, Sasso, Brian, boxing. Someone has to have that clip. That's exactly what it sounds like. What are you going to do, Nate? Use some of that boxing you've been doing? Oh, look, it even comes up as a fucking AI overview thing. Fucking sick. There you go. There it is. See? There it is. Legendary clip. This is where he got that, like, he steals everything. Even his rants. Even when he's angry, he's still stealing. His mind is always in plagiarism mode. Always thieving. Always
Part of
thieving.
the furniture.
I'm gonna-
We haven't got much
Okay.
to spare. Who
We
cares?
are.
What have we got?
We are.
All right, good. So,
Is it anybody?
I'm gonna ask you to really. I'm gonna have to
Hey,
ask you
man.
to stop.
How was
So
Australia?
It was nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, have you been down there?
No, I've never been down there.
Possible to
amazing.
talk less loud?
Honestly, it's the best. One more time. We gotta go because you can hear what he's gonna say. Okay, let's go back to here because we can cue it up.
Yeah, we're right here.
What do they call? They call lobsters bugs out there?
Yeah, they do.
Well, they're in the
They had a
bug family.
restaurant. They had a
They are in the
restaurant
bug
called
family.
Bugs.
Shut the fuck up about animals. I'm just talking about Australia for a second. And he was so happy to go, no,
They are the bug family. Yeah, they.
oh, why do we call them bugs? Because, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tongue.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect.
All right, and then of course we got this.
What are you gonna do, Nate? What are you gonna do? Volume punch me, motherfucker?
It's a little remix, a little sample remix. One more time. We continue. A little sample remix there.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect. Don't
Fuck you.
don't put my.
Anyway, you get the gist.
That's what you're gonna do? What are you gonna do? Out grapple me? In what fucking sense?
Now, I'm not a jits practitioner. I'm not a jits practitioner, or nor have I participated in a tournament or anything of that likelihood. Even though I should, given my proclivity to fight and get violent. But from my lame brain, casual UFC brain, I would think, even if you are a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but you haven't rolled in 10 years, you don't really spar, you don't hit mitts, you don't really, you don't roll, you don't do anything, you don't touch butt, you didn't do nothing. You've just been podcasting for 10 years. Something tells me that if another guy who is active, who does spar, who does roll, who does train, who did fight recently, even if he is 60 pounds lighter than you, could he give him a problem? If it was straight up grappling, could Nate actually give Brendan a lot of issues? I think so. Could he beat him? I think so. Even though Brendan has the size, strength and shit, I just think, given that he's been, if it'd be different if Brendan was still rolling, if he treated how most fighters are, because when Brendan's the only fighter I think I can think of who doesn't do anything, doesn't pass nothing, he's like proper, like, since he's retired, I don't want nothing to do with fighting whatsoever. He watches it, he analyzes it, but he doesn't participate or train anymore. I don't know, I just feel like Nate would give this guy a lot of trouble. He'd give him a lot of issues, he'd give him something to worry about. I think he's a bit too certain of, I think he's overestimating his skill set and underestimating, Nate being active for the last 10 years or so and him not. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong.
What world are you living in? This is the real world. Now, if you're doing this because you fancy yourself a fisticuffs, if you fancy yourself, you
A fisticuffs.
actually grapple me, I'm not hard to get a hold of. Pull the fuck up.
He's saying pull the fuck. Oh, by the way, he looks like that guy, that cartoon they keep posting on the Reddit. In here, when there's pause, he looks like that cartoon. As he's saying this, you can hear his kids in the hallway. If you listen closely, you can hear his kids on the other side of the door as he's saying this. So he's spitting feathers, going flipping mad, offering somebody out, threatening to snap another fighter's neck, being extra violent, and you can honestly hear his kids on the other side of the door. Youch, man. Super, super sad, man. He's losing the plot, bro. I think the end is nigh for Bappa. I think we're witnessing it in real time. Bloody hell.
And you can show up with all your boys, do all that stuff. But what a real man will do is pull up one-on-one. I don't have a posse.
I love how he told him to pull up, but only pull up alone. You know, he immediately rethought his offer. He's like, pull up, but don't bring your friends.
don't need one, bud. I'll drop my kid off at fucking practice, roll over, twist your fucking neck off, and then pick him up just in time unscathed.
Unscathed. And also, can you just murder somebody and go pick up your kid afterwards? I don't think that works that way, bro. Hold on, did he say unscathed or unscathed? Huh?
Pick him up just in time unscathed.
Unscathed. That's a new division. That's a new style of shoe from On Running, right? You guys know about On Running, right? On Running, right? That's the new one. They've got a new shoe coming out at the moment called Unscathed. I think it's their like hiking one. It's their hiking division. It's their all-terrain. That's what they do now. On Running. They've got another model now. It's Unscathed model. That's what they're doing at the moment. Unscathed.
Time unscathed.
Yeah, there it is. There, unscathed, right there. It's the unscathed outdoors model. You know, for those of you who want to go turbo, you want to go off-road. Those of you who are like Chin and you're burying the bodies of young women on the side of ponds and lakes while you're hiking or quote-unquote fishing, that's what you need.
Up just in time unscathed with a Diet Coke.
Do you think he practiced this? Do you think he practiced this? Do you think he practiced this in the mirror with a Diet Coke? Do you think he practiced this in the mirror? I don't know. It's given. I feel like it's a bit rehearsed. I don't know. Something tells me that he rehearsed this. Pick up my kid. Like, this was like a bit.
See, I don't need one, bud. I'll drop my kid off at fucking practice, roll over, twist your fucking neck off, and then pick him up just in time unscathed with a Diet Coke.
This is so terrible. He practiced this at home, innit? He definitely wrote this on his phone's app, on his notes app, and was miming this in the window. Sorry, in the mirror. This makes it even. It's pathetic to crash out. It's pathetic to crash out, in my opinion. It's pathetic to crash out over these words, right? In my opinion. It's pathetic to crash out over these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. And an emoji. Let's make it 7. It's pathetic to crash out over this. Unscathed, right? It's really pathetic. But if you're going to crash out, at least crash out from the heart. Be passionate about it. Just go crazy. Start saying some wild shit. Talk about his mum. Talk about a dead relative. Talk about his wife. Maybe if she had a fucking, what do you call it? If she had a miscarriage. Like, go wild. Go wild. Say you're going to piss on his granddad's grave. Like, go crazy. Talk from the heart. But to practice your lines in the mirror like a wrestler or something, and then try to act intimidating, but come across like you're about to cry at any moment. Look at his eyes. Looks like he's about to cry. Like he genuinely looks like he's going to cry. Absolutely insane. He looks like he's on the brink of tears, or tears.
And that's how this goes for the rest of your fucking life, bud.
Bad.
Whenever I want.
Oh, scary.
I didn't ask for this. I don't want to do
nice
this.
Nice guy.
This isn't what I do.
Okay.
I don't like drama. I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, you do.
Again, and if you came out, I would support you, Nate. I support fighters.
No, you don't.
Name one fighter that I've kind of pushed down. Name one.
Israel, not pushed down, but spoken ill of. Israel. He spoke with a bad fight all the time. He spoke bad of Al Pacino's kids off his account, Brock Lesnar's daughter, Darren Till. You had issues with in the beginning. The black guys, I forgot what his name is. What the one when he said about we get it, we don't need more black people and shit. That was pretty shitty. Francis Ngannou, remember? You spoke pretty poorly of Francis Ngannou. Essentially, you said very clearly that you don't think Francis Ngannou could negotiate a good contract for himself because he can't speak English, essentially, which is funny considering he speaks better English than Brendan and considering he's made more money than Brendan's ever made in fighting in his short time being in the UFC. What else he said about people? Tons of stuff I can think of Off the top of my head, that was the ones I got. But he spoke ill of many a fighter. I seem to remember him taking a lot of pleasure out of Darren Till losing one of his last fights in the UFC, actually. So let's relax with the I'm a good guy thing.
Ever in the history of doing this for over 10 years, I only champion people. That's what men do. I don't have insecurities. I hope you go on to make more money than God do.
No, you don't.
But what you're not going to do is pretend you're a tough guy. I know tough guys. You're not one of them, Nate. You have your fan base tricked into...
What's a tough guy? Chris? D'Elia? Brian? Callan? Yuck. Scary.
You're this badass. You're not. You're no different than anybody else. You're a terrible fucking athlete. All good, dude. You're a tough guy from Sacramento. Where I come from, you're not a tough...
Sacramento. Is it Sacramento or is it Sacramento?
You're a tough guy from Sacramento.
Sacramento. Ooh, look at that. He's got that Boogie 298. He's got a little bit of like mouth jizz in his... Look, he's got a bit of mouth jizz. A bit of lip jizz there. Look at that. That's that Boogie 298 bit of pizza in his mouth. Tough guy for Sacramento. Huh? Sacramento or Sacramento? Sacramento or Sacramento? Sacramento?
You're a tough guy from Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Where I come from, you're not a tough guy.
Oh, people in the stream chat are saying he's actually from Stockton. That's what I kept hearing him say. I kept hearing Nate Diaz say Stockton. So why does Brendan think Nate Diaz is from Sacramento? Did he train in Sacramento? Let's type that in. Let's just say Nate. Whoops. Let's just say Nate Diaz, Sacramento. What comes up? Whoops, not Sacred Heart. My bad. Let's put Nate Diaz, Sacramento, because I'm curious. Where's the Sacramento shit come from? Sacramento. Oh, it's not, did I spell it? Oh, it's Sacramento. It's not Sacri. It's Sacra. So what the fuck has he got to do with Sacramento? He went to the California Nets Kings game. Sacramento is north, so he's not from Sacramento at all. So what do you keep saying Sacramento for? Diaz, one of the most renowned martial artists, was born April 16th, 1985 in Stockton, California. Nate Diaz from Stockton, California. Background: the son of Melissa and Robert Diaz, he was born Mexican and Anglo heritage and raised in Stockton, North Carolina. Oh, he's actually half. I didn't know he was half. I thought he was full Mexican. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Learn something new every day. His brother Nick and sister Nina. Oh, all their names start with N. That's hilarious. He grew up in Lodi, California. Attended 2K high school. At the age of 11, he began training martial arts. So there's nothing there about Sacramento. Why does he keep saying Sacramento? Training. What? What's the Sacramento got to do with anything? Nate Diaz American. He trained jiu-jitsu in John Jack Mercado's school in Los Angeles. Oh, that's the same place that Joe Rogan got his black belt from, right? John Jack Mercado, because he keeps mentioning more time. That's the place where I think Rogan learned jiu-jitsu. But there's nothing here to say that he has any links to Sacramento or Sacramento. Oh, there we go. Maybe this. The Cesar Gracie jiu-jitsu student was spotted training with team and head coach Dwayne Ludwig in Sacramento. So is that his trainer? Is Nate Diaz's trainer Dwayne Ludwig? Who's one of his trainers? Richard Perez. Okay, not Dwayne Ludwig. Cesar Garcia. Okay, cool. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. If I try and understand redactedness, I'm gonna end up getting contaminated. Let's just continue.
Not making fun of somebody because they get emotional about their friend having major fucking side effects for dedicating their lives to MMA. Tough isn't getting on there and tweeting to people to get his fan base to bully him. Cyberbullying.
You said the word bullying. Brendan said the word bullying. Come on, Papa, man. You got to be stronger than that, man. You said they bullied you. Come on, Brendan. Bullied. Really? Bullied? And this probably is the reason why he's really mad. I've got a feeling this is the reason why this guy's really fucking mad. Because of the comments underneath the replies. Right? This is why he's really mad, isn't it? Let's be real. He's mad because unanimously, everybody in the UFC, fans, pundits, all hate him. Right? Let's see here. What people are saying here. These are some good comments over him. The big old pussy would beat the brakes off of 90% of humanity. Bro, you have some growing up to do. He just made a video called Bud like 35 times. He's a tough announcer. He's a bitch, bro. The one we saw before. Diaz Army. Talking about Gringo Pappy B. Another one. Skeptical Hippo Eyes. This feels familiar. What happened? Let's see. I think he didn't like the response on social. That's why he's really mad, to be fair. That's why he's really mad. The crying bitch needs to get off the internet. I'd love to see you slap that fool. Fucking sucks, especially at comedy. What the fuck? Don't like this shit. Brendan, explain yourself. We all know you can snap all your necks. Don't do whatever that means. The streets didn't forget. Yeah, there we go. There's that iconic video. So I think Brendan saw the response to this and wasn't happy. That's why he's really mad. To be fair, looking at them, because Brendan back then wasn't on Ozempic, he was just working out. Brendan was actually fitter back then, right? He looked really good, in good shape. He's not that much bigger than him, is he? Like, really and truly. He's not that much bigger than him. I'd want to see the grappling match, I'm not gonna lie. I'd want to see it. I'd want to fucking see it. He's not actually that much bigger than him. Really. You know? There's not that much separating them. Yes, Brendan bigger frame is up, but it's not like he's fighting, you know, DJ or something, you know? Oh, the Gucci boots. Remember the Gucci boots? If you know about your TFATK law, you know about the boots. When Brendan was really feeling himself. Remember the Gucci boots? Brendan the fashionista. Do you remember the Gucci boots? If you know, you know your TFATK law. Oh, God. Let's continue. I will snap your neck, motherfucker. I will kill you.
Because no one would ever say anything in person. And again, if this pisses you off, or you and I cross paths wherever it's at.
On site. Is it on site?
You, solo, one-on-one, you're not going to do shit. That's the reality. The whole Stockton slap.
Solo? He's making the point to make it, by the way. Solo? Brendan doesn't want to get rushed. Brendan does not want to get rushed. Solo? You alone? No one else?
I will fuck you up.
You can't choose the conditions of a street fight. You can't choose the parameters. You can't choose. You can't choose. You have no say in it. Whatever happens, happens.
Now you get your boys to do the shit. To
Homies.
all that.
Homies.
That ain't real manly shit, dude.
Hombres.
But you and your fan base in Stockton.
It's weird he speaks about Nate Diaz's boys like they're dumb. When I think he would fit in a lot with Nate Diaz's boys. Yo, big up Adizi. Big up Adizi. Well, go on.
Bud will pull another hammy once the fight stars.
Yeah, exactly. Another hammy. Big up Adizi. You see all these faces he's pulling? It's weird because I feel like he would fit in with Nate Diaz's crew more than any other fighter crew. Those type of guys Nate Diaz hangs about with, I think he's fitting perfectly with them, but he seems to think he's smarter than them. Like they're apes and idiots, while he's just sophisticated. It's like, they're actually just like you, mate. You just have a sense of podcast. You just make money. They might have to rely on, you know, Nate some more, but you're basically the same people.
Oh, all that ain't real manly shit, dude. But you and your fan base in Stockton, yeah, look at him.
What? Again with his look. Papa without that's Papa without Rogan, mate. Papa without Rogan, that's how you probably would have ended up. Jesus, what the fuck is this? He's such a child. This man's 42 years old, no? 3 kids, a wife. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, look at him. 10 of them against Schaub. Bullshit, dude. You ain't gonna do shit.
That got viral, though. If he was to get rushed by Nick Diaz, and all these boys, he'd go viral again. This would be like the truck flipping video, but in the wrong way. He would go so viral.
Again, if you want to grapple, I'll put shit on hold. I'll start grappling again.
Hold on. So you said you're gonna snap his neck. Now you need to put shit on hold and train for him first. It seems like he's starting to reconsider his threat or his offer at first now. If you want to fight, we'll set a date in the future. I'll train. In the meantime, if we cross paths, you can't fight me with your friends. You have to fight me alone. And you have to have this. It's like, what are all these conditions? Are we fighting or not fighting? Like, what's going on? What are these conditions?
Hey, I guarantee you won't do it, dude. You're dumb. You're not that fucking dumb.
Wow.
Your handlers around you.
Papa calling anybody dumb is wild. You're dumb, but not that dumb. Big up Adizi.
This ex-comedian will light you up. You are one of the 300. Great insults being thrown here.
Exactly. You see, when you put it because disease, when you put it that simply, this ex-comedian will light you up. Yeah. One of the 300/250. Great insults being. That's the funny thing. I completely forgot. Big up disease. This is a former stand-up comedian. This is a former professional, or if you believe him, still professional stand-up comedian just taking a break. And this is the best he could come up with for a fighter saying 6 words. 6 words. Basically calling him a crybaby. And this is the best he could come up with. Okay.
Will tell you what would happen. That's if you have real ones in your corner. I don't know if you do. You didn't get paid from the fucking Masvidal fight. So clearly there's a business issue there. But if you actually want to do this, Nate, I'm not hard to find. Grappling you, I would sleep like a fucking baby, bud. Like a baby.
I thought he meant if I killed you, I'll sleep like a baby. That would be really badass. If he said if I killed you, I would sleep like a baby. Now I'm rocking with that. I'm rocking with that. If I killed you, I would snap your neck and I would sleep like a baby. I would love that if you said that. I would love that.
I'm not hard to find. I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you.
Yeah, you are.
So you get these ratings where the fuck you want.
Hold on. Did you say fourth or fourth?
So you get these.
Hold on. Did you say back and forth as in fourth place?
I'm not hard to find. I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you.
Big up NJ Ranger.
The Mazel Tov fight? Jesus Christ, Papa WTF.
The Muzzle Tough fight. Whoever wins gets Gaza. Redemonetized. Yay! Big up a
TTW, when you're grappling, you don't want to be the one who's asleep. Typically, that's what happens when you lose.
You wake up like, did I win? No. If we have to wake you up, you didn't win. Did I win? I know that's something that I could do, you know. That's something I could imagine myself doing. Getting into a fight with some guy at Tesco's, getting slept, right? Some like Asian dude just like sleeps me. Just like a lean back kind of like a slow punch, just bang, clips my chin. I go to sleep, I wake up and like, did I win? No, brother. We have a glass of water and we have a bunch of tissue papers over your nose. You didn't win, bro. You didn't win. You lost. The 62-year-old man knocked you out.
So you get these ratings, whatever the fuck you want to do. It's not what I do.
What do you do?
The elephant in the room. The only reason you're coming at me with this, the elephant in the room.
What is it?
CT is a part of the game.
Oh, he's trying to say that Nate Diaz came after him because he's crying about Shane Carwin's position or current situation made Nate Diaz's CTE flare up? Huh?
Get it, bud. I'm not saying I have an answer for it. I'm not saying everybody should be compensated. I'm not saying Shane doesn't have CT from playing football when he was a kid or wrestling. He didn't have a long UFC career. I'm not saying Dana needs to back up the Brinks truck and make his life perfect. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying he would be human and
George Masvidal, the brother of George Carlton, isn't it? Big up Joe from IA. That's it.
figure it out and lend a hand out to him because he's one of the worst cases I've ever seen. And we can pretend.
Jesus, another detail. We learned a detail that allegedly Shane Carwin wants to unalive himself. And now we learn extra details behind the scenes that he might have the worst CTE anyone's ever seen. Great. Great friend.
And that you don't have 15 motherfuckers you came up with like I did that are also suffering from CT in some facet, not in the level of Shane or the level of Verdum or some.
All right, chill out. Not a level of Shane. Can you chill out? He's that been to your friend. Shane's got the worst CT I've ever seen. All right, chill out, bro. Chill. You're meant to be defending me, no? You're meant to be supporting me, no?
These other greats or BJ Penn. We can pretend. And I'm not going to get on the horn on here and say Dana this and UFC this. I love Dana. I love the UFC, but
then you're not good friends with Shane. Then if you're gonna sit there and start jacking off Dana, but then you're gonna cry about your friend, this is why you're getting laughed at. This is why you're getting laughed at. And Dana still ain't going to invite you to a UFC fight. You're still not gonna get fucking ringside seats. Come on, let's just give that dream up, please. Let's just go balls to the wall, or fucking. Let's just jump in the deep end when it comes to what's it called? When it comes to PFL and shit. Let's just give up on the UFC dream. Until maybe there's a changing of the guard, let's just give up with the UFC stuff. Let's stop glazing, Dana. It's not going to change, bro. I guarantee you it won't change.
the elephant in the room is guys do have some issues. Not everybody. I'm not saying everybody. I feel like I don't.
The lack of self-awareness in the guy is so good. I don't have CTE. Really? You don't have CTE? All right, Duraf guy. Okay, beg to differ. You don't have CTE, for sure. For sure.
I don't know if you do. I'm not get on here and make fun of you, none of that shit. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if your brother actually has it either. He has some issues. I don't know if it's from that. I don't know you guys well enough. But what I do know is you're not going to do shit. That I can guarantee you.
Big up, Joe. Imagine being this much of an emotional mess because nobody likes you and you keep making it worse every day that passes. I think you're right, partially, but I think it was a realization. I think getting dunked on the way he did after Nate Diaz said what he said, because Nate Diaz is cheating too. He's a fan favorite, right? Everyone loves Nate. So whatever Nate says, everyone's going to jump behind, champion, repeat, whatever. So his mentions must have been wild. His mentions must have been wild when Nate said what he said. So it's been a tough 24, 48 hours for him. That's why he's this emotional. But still, if it was me, I would never let another man or anyone know that 6 words could get me this rattled. Like, even if you was to say fucking, the N-word with a strong ER at the end 6 times, 10 times in a row, 11 times in a row, 1,000,000 times in a row, I'm not going to suddenly turn into the Incredible Hulk and want to kill you and the rest of your family. It's not that deep, really. It really isn't. Words shouldn't get you this hot and bothered, especially somebody using 6 different words. But what do I know?
You're not going to do shit. And if you want to, I'm not hard to find, bud. But it better be one-on-one. Don't do that pussy Stockton stuff where you jump guys.
It's the streets, isn't it? That's not pussy. It's kind of streets, isn't it? You said you're a tough guy, right? Niggas get jumped every day, B. Big up Cameron.
And if you do decide to jump me, it better be more than fucking 4 to 5.
Ooh. That was scary. That lean in was fucking scary. I was really close to the screen there. That was kind of scary. That lean in kind of got me there. I got scared. I'm not going to lie. I got kind of scared.
And if you do decide to jump me, it better be more than fucking 4 to 5.
Jesus. Big up Andrew W.
Big up Sauce on episode 300. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, we're out here, brother. Big up Andrew W. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. We're out here. We're holding it down. We're just playing this video and we're hoping, like, imagine this Imagine how angry he's getting at Nate. Just imagine what he would do if he ever crossed paths with fucking Unique in real life. Imagine if he ever crossed paths with Unique in real life, what he would do to him. Or imagine if he crossed paths with BGL. I'm willing to bet now. Maybe BGL knows this already. I didn't. I'm just realizing it now because I'm slow and I'm naive and dumb. But I think if he ever crossed paths with BGL in real life, I think Brendan would go for him, you know. I think he'd go for him straight away. If he ever crossed paths with BGL in real life, I think he'd go for him. I'd love to watch that. They both get gassed out immediately. Terrible cardio on both of them. Oh, I'd love to see who'd win. I'd love to see who'd win.
Didn't want to start off like this. I had a great weekend, dude.
Yeah, right.
I'm a 41-year-old dad, father of 3, bud. That's all I give a fuck about. I put into them. What do you do? Search for your next big money bag? Some bullshit fight?
Money bag. Somebody jealous they can't get money bags themselves.
You gonna rematch Jake Paul and get your ass whooped again? What are you gonna do?
Oh, here we go.
You're barking up the...
Let's not talk about Jake Paul now. Let's not talk about Jake Paul, huh? Let's not talk about Jake Paul because you do YouTube?
Wrong tree, bud. You're a fucking praying mantis barking at a tiger walking through the fucking jungle. Don't make me stop and twist your fucking neck off.
I don't know about you, but I don't think praying mantises can bark. I don't think they can bark. I don't know. I don't think a praying mantis barks.
Bud. You're a fucking praying mantis barking at a tiger walking through the fucking jungle. Don't make me stop and twist your fucking neck off. Because I just want to keep going. I don't want no problems, dude. I've never asked for any problems. This whole internet drama I don't get down with. But if you fancy yourself...
Hold on, you sit in front of a camera, dead center, and start listing off all the things going wrong with your friend to make yourself emotional, then you start crying. And you don't cut it out, you release it as is. You love internet drama. You play into it. You said it before, it's part of your job, it's what you do. Why are you lying? You love this shit. You love this shit. We love this shit. You love this shit.
A tough guy. I'm sure CGI, Eddie Bravo, 10th Planet shit, Fight Pack.
Yo, big up Austin Casey.
It better be more than 4 or 5. Okay, how about just Nate, Nick Diaz, Jake Shields, and Gilbert Melendez?
Gilbert Melendez. Oh. I can't wait to see it. Big up Austin Casey. Yo, big up MK as well on the stream chat. Wagwan MK. Long time no see. Yes, happy 300. Happy 300 gang. We're here. We're out here.
Yes. Any number of them will make us both an offer to grapple.
Oh, God.
But I promise you it won't go well for you, buddy. I promise you. It's just the way the world works. And that
I love how he's really certain that he's going to fuck up Nate. No part of him thinks Nate will beat him up. Interesting.
Sucks for you. Doesn't suck for me. Because I would never pick a fight with you. You're smaller than me. But you're probably walking around.
Yo, big up Asad Aziz.
Snoz behind the car playing Jimi Hendrix in her pants at the thought of her tiger eating a praying mantis.
Big up Asad.
Wait, 200? Are you still vegan? 200, 220, whatever the fuck it is? Still run those marathons? You're not an athlete, dude.
You're still running those marathons. You're not an athlete, dude. Bro, we saw you try and race an overweight former gymnast in a car park and you pulled both of your hamstrings allegedly and you didn't even run more than 40 yards. It might have been 60 max. 60 yards max. And you blew both hamstrings. And now you're saying that Nate isn't an athlete because he runs half marathons, does Ironmans. No, he's not an athlete. Okay, cool. Just a guy who can blow 2 hammies racing a guy with his top off in the car park? Okay.
Anything you can do athletically, I will fucking wreck you. And that's real. That's the world we live in.
Yeah, big up the Black American as well.
That's how it goes, dude. But have your guys around you feed you this info. No, dude, you'd fuck Shab up. You won't. No, I met a Morris. What about Meta Morris?
You ran away.
You talking about when I went against the #1 grappler in the world? I stepped.
What the fuck is that? That's me. That's me. That's me. Sorry. That's this shit. Can we find that? Meta Morris. Can we find that? Meta Morris. Meta Morris. Is that it? Spell that? Yeah, there we go. Which one is it? Let's do this one. Let's go. I actually want to see, because the footage of it is really funny.
Most people have no.
I'm looking forward to the next one. Brendan's been training over
I'm
at the
going to put your
academy.
IFB just back on you because I know you do a little talk later, just so we don't have to worry about it.
I'll fast forward a bit. Let me fast forward a bit for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. But I love it. He just keeps running away. It's really fucking funny.
Here comes Brendan.
There he is.
Here's our boy.
Yeah.
Here's our boy with heat on in his corner here, Mark Munoz. Brendan Schaub.
He's been training at the academy.
I love how he knew exactly what he was doing before he even got there. He knew exactly what the game plan was. The game plan was leave uninjured, do not engage. Do not engage, leave uninjured, leave unscathed. Fucking legend.
Looks terrific, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
he had to keep that like 30 pounds. Wow. This guy's
Good shape.
First made his name for himself on the Ultimate Fighter TV show. The heavyweights, he was the runner-up there.
Guess for it.
In the NFL 65.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I wonder who even got him to do this anyway. He was clearly very aware of how bad it could get. I wonder why he had to even take part. Okay, let's fast forward to the guy. Let's see him.
Movement, a lot more, a lot less, a lot more different.
Holding, yeah.
Nickname Cyborg, right? There we go. Roberto Abreu. There we go. Let's see what Roberto Abreu is going to be doing. Let's see when they engage. It's so funny when they engage.
Yeah, he's a little bit.
Come on, hurry up. Get to the fucking game. What's this
Form of grappling that you will see.
Yeah. We get it.
No points.
Yeah, here we go.
And it's very unique. It's very different than what jiu-jitsu practitioners are used to in terms of, 10 minutes, points. I mean, it's just so common that a fight is won by a single point or, an advantage, a partial
Look
point.
at him.
And it's just something that, is very kind of
He's
unsatisfying
fake pumping.
when the fight is won like that, especially when they get the point.
Flattest ass in the world, by the way.
The point out,
Yes.
which is one of the most, it's one of the, most difficult challenges of point-based tournaments in jiu-jitsu.
By the way, he's got a similar style to like Shogun and thing like as Joanna actually. Look at him.
Whereas
Look at him.
here, super fights, only the best.
What happened at Mary Morris? This what happened at Mary Morris.
More like Sambo.
This what happened at Mary Morris. Look.
Yeah, well, Sambo, from what I understand, they use the gi top.
He's getting frustrated now. He's getting frustrated. Cyborg's getting pissed now. Like, what's this guy doing? Cyborg realizes what's happening now. I think Cyborg already realized what the fuck is happening. What's this guy doing?
Bottom's correct. But yeah, in general, the idea of Metamoris is just, incentivize the submission. We don't want the fighters to be scared to go for the submission out of fear of losing a point and being held on to for, 8, 9, 10 minutes.
Right.
So it gives them more freedom to kind of do the creative and do
He
their
was
thing. And
not
like I
trying
said,
to
grapple
get
like they do in
choked
the
out.
gym. It's very
He did want to
different
get
from
choked out.
They gotta be careful over here.
Single leg, nice sprawl by Schaub.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Schaub looking to wrap the neck. And close guard. Should move to the center. So you'll see Cyborg pretty comfortable laying down right here now. This is going to be interesting.
Exactly. Look at Papa. Look at Papa. Look at Papa. Doesn't want no parts of it. Nope.
So, of course, Shab expected this because this is Cyborg's game. He sits down.
And Shab has the MMA thing where get up. Strike and kick. But he's thinking, well, maybe I ought to go down, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder if in Brendan's head it's more embarrassing to get choked out than to get knocked out, because I don't know what he was avoiding here. Like, you get subbed, you quickly tap, it's over. His knockouts in the UFC were way more brutal than anything that would have happened in a grappling jiu-jitsu match, surely. What was he so afraid of? Like, so what, you get tapped, so what, you get subbed, and you tap, you keep it moving. Like, the knockouts that he suffered in the UFC were, whew, like, nightmare shit. The stuff that keep you up at night even to this day. God damn it.
Yeah, it's true. MMA, you have to get up.
Yo, big up Austin Casey. What's this?
The scrap pack comprises of Cesar Gracie Jiu-Jitsu students Gilbert Melendez, Jake Shields, Nick Diaz, Nate Diaz, Daniel Roberts, and David Terrell. Nate's crew. Pick any two guys to fight Bopper.
No. You've got it wrong, Austin Casey. You got it wrong. He wants the goons. Notice that. Brappa didn't mention any of Nate Diaz's legit guys that he rolls with. No. He wants the goons. He wants some of the goons, the guys in the streets. He wants those guys, the ones who are like, you know, the ones who like to throw cups and stuff at press conferences. He don't wants the guys that he maybe trains with or the actual killers in his group. No. He wants the guys that work construction, the guys who are bouncers at fucking nightclubs and shit. That's who Brendan wants to fight. He was very clear about that, by the way. Big up Austin Casey.
Boys, they want to go to the ground. Yeah, they want to sing grapple.
Anyway, you get the gist, right? You get the gist. Brendan was terrible. That's what he did. He did absolutely nothing.
In his world as a brown belt, and he couldn't submit me in any fucking facet. Oh, he didn't engage. It's his fucking platform.
No, that's not how it does. It's a fight, bro. So what? You just go there and stand and wait for him to sub you. You don't try and sub the guy. You don't want to win. Come on, man. These excuses. Even all these years since that fight, he still can't take responsibility for how he, you know, made that fight fucking terrible and how he didn't engage and clearly came out looking terrible, which is why people hate him.
It was his intention to engage me. That's what we were hoping for, so I choke him the fuck out, and I almost did. That's on him. I stepped into his arena. What do you think would have happened if he stepped in my arena? It would last 30 seconds.
Bud.
He would get fucking annihilated.
Bud.
The pressure's on him.
Bud.
Everybody wants to be upset about it. Oh, you didn't engage. No, I didn't have to.
Still doesn't get it.
You ain't him. You ain't shit. What are you gonna do? Submit me from your guard? You haven't advanced in 15 fucking years.
That's gonna be some epic final words, isn't it? Imagine they set up the fight. Imagine they set up the fight and they replay this. And Brendan does get submitted from the guard.
Can't wrestle, can't check leg kicks. What are you gonna do, Nate?
You don't check leg kicks.
I'd love to hear it, bud. Nothing. You can do nothing. You might get on Twitter. Oh, I would never. Okay. Look for your next fight, because this ain't it, bud. This ain't even a fight. I don't even want to fight you. I don't need cameras either. If you want to just do it one-on-one and not make money on it or promote it, I don't give a fuck. Come in here, dude. We can do it on the ground right here. I'll clear this out. I'll tell my boys to get out, no cameras. We can do it like that.
6 words, by the way. 6 words. We got this rant. 6 words. Basically calling him a pussy or a crybaby for crying. 6 words.
Again, I don't want to, but I'm down, dude. If you need to be taught a lesson, I'll be your Huckleberry, and it won't end well for you.
I'll be your Huckleberry. I'll be your teacher.
And again, I don't want to do it. I'm chilling, dude. I'm living my fucking life. You good? Are you good?
He's not in the room. He's not here, Papa. He's not in the studio.
Yeah, you are. You ain't gonna do shit. You can get back on Twitter. You can get back on your social media. Go find your next real fight.
The social media that he got on, though, was the one that triggered this. So I don't think you actually want him to go back on social media, do you?
But Go make money, and I'll still support you, dude. I have no issues with you.
I hate that part about it. Again, I'll still support you. My like, he's not your friend. You want to snap his neck. You want to kill him. He's not your friend. Come on. Still with this fake friendship thing. I'll still support you. Like to this there's no even moral grandstanding, whatever it is. This high horse shit he's on is fucking, insufferable.
But if you're looking for one, I'm not hard to find. Let's get into the weekend.
Oh, finally, there we go. So that was what? 20 minutes of pure destruction. Maybe let's say 19 or 18. 19 or 18 minutes of Brendan going absolutely scorched earth on Nate for saying 6 words. 6 words made Brendan go like this. We got the classic clasped hands. We got the leaning in. We got the terrible pronunciation of certain words, right? We got absolute crash out TV, blockbuster crash out moments. Look at that. We got gun fingers. We got concern. We got mocking. We got tongue inside of their mouth, like, people that need help at school, writing their own name. Like, we got some classic movies. We got C clamps as well. Look, we got C clamps. We got everything. We got everything there. Everything. So, big up Nate Diaz for contributing to one of the best eras, best arcs in TFATK history. Well, Nate Diaz wasn't done yet, was he? Because he came back with another reply after seeing that Brendan rant. Guess what? Look what he said. Look what he said, how epic it was. This time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. I think you'd be surprised. Crying face emoji. After all of that tooting and hollering, all of that bile, all that spit, all of that venom, all that fury from Papa, Nate replies back, I think you'd be surprised. Is that not perfect? Is that not the most perfect response you've ever seen when somebody spends 20 minutes spitting, going crazy, and then you get on social and say, you know what? I think you'd be surprised. It's almost Jay-Z-esque in the double entendre form, right? Because, I think you'd be surprised in the name of Brendan Shaw's first comedy special. I think you'd be surprised, Brendan, Nate Diaz saying, hey, I know you got the size on me. But I know I'm smaller, but I think you'd be surprised. Right? Oh, you gotta love the double entendre. You gotta fucking love it. Let's see some of the replies here. Dylan Dennis, signed the contract. Why you ain't fight heavyweight then? Stop the cap. Ain't no one in the planet can ragdoll the Diaz brothers. Y'all are wilding. They're the best in the world at going to war in the cage. Bro, Shorb would ragdoll you. I'd watch it though. Brendan would ragdoll you. Shorb would whoop your skinny gazelle looking ass. I don't know, Nate. This is a tough one. Oh, he's not a tough guy. I'll get a picture of him running away from Jake. It's fucking hilarious. What are you gonna roll down to Calabasas or what? You guys need to at least film it and throw it up on YouTube, whether it's in the street or in the gym. The world needs to see this. Twitter fingers. If it ain't Dylan Dennis, we don't want it. If you know, you know. Don't take it personal, Nate. It was the TRT talking. What happened now? You're gonna love this. What's that? What's that?
I'm gonna change your life instantly. Take your phone and open 25 Elon.
Oh, shut up. The fight world loves you,
now.
my guy.
You will be grateful forever.
Oh, no. Please, stop it. Took your handlers 4 days to get to that. Okay. What else is there? Yo, give corn on the give corn on the shore brain damage. That's hilarious. Bro left the game to become a clown, and now he wants to come mess with the Octagon gangster. I like how they're gassing up Nate, by the way. With let's fucking go, hit him up. Brendan, possibly scared, gonna let Brendan Shaw talk reckless to you, blah, 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 blah. So that's the response, right? Then there's another response, the last part of this reply, the last part of this saga. Brendan replied on his show. Let's see what happens here. This was during TFATK, so I'm assuming, I haven't seen this yet, but I'm assuming, because it's TFATK, it's going to contain mostly Brian Callen trying to run cover for Brendan. That's what happens. Brian Callen is a cuck. Brian Callen's a simp. Brian Callen's a fucking... He's the actual pussy. So whenever Brendan gets into trouble, gets into public skirmishes, Brian's always there to kind of protect him. So I have a feeling in this particular exchange, Brian's going to go out of his way to try to explain Brian's mind and make sense of it and all this shit and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm sure. I don't know why, but I can just feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones that Brian's going to run cover for Brendan and make excuses for his behavior and everything else in between, and obviously shit on Nate Diaz in the process. Let's see if I can find it. Where in the clip is this actually? Where did they say this? It should be around that. It should be near the end, isn't it? Let's see. Let me get up on the screen so you can see it. I think it's near the end. It should be near the end, but big up Nate Diaz for putting it out there. I think it should be near the end, isn't it, right?
Other finish to the end. 1, 2, 3, come to the back. And they, of course, they don't even say like, hey, great job moving on the fly, but they're...
Nope. Where is it?
Better place your first bet. It's that simple.
I've got a feeling it should be near the end.
Help is...
It should be on current events. It should be. Okay, go away, Mike O'Reilly. We don't like you. Fuck off. What happened? It should be right.
Everybody talks about
That guy
it.
was-
That's fun.
But I had friends.
Let's see.
Is like I only spent like one evening with him, and I
Okay, we don't care about evenings with other men.
How?
Nope. What happened to?
Oh, I never thought of that, but
Yeah,
that's
and he's
true.
right. Yeah,
And he's
suddenly
right.
I
think it's so true.
Yeah. What a killer, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly.
a killer.
So
Like-
with your guys' rest schedule now, you're not. Are you? I know you're in the thick of it, but do you get
stuck in the thick of it? Okay, cool. Where is it? Is it here?
Yeah. and what would happen?
Some famous actor.
Brendan is very close
There
to
we go. There we go. We found it. We found it. We found
Can we cover?
We found it. Good. Big up to Chin, by the way, for being a good podcast producer. Big up Chin for doing his job and being a good podcast producer and saying, hey, I know you already spat and ranted and raved at this issue on the Shorb show, but we have to do this on the TFATK. We need to up these ratings, bro. The show is suffering. We need the ratings up, okay? So let's tell this story again. Let's get angry one more time, please. So let me put this over here so you can see it. You can see them down below. And let's fucking go.
I don't know if you mind or not, but can we cover the Nate Diaz drama on this show? You already did it on.
I would like
Job
to.
Show.
I don't know if you mind. I don't care if you mind. I don't know if you mind. Oh, look at that guy here. Look at how he's looking at Brendan. He's messy. Whoever the blonde guy is, he's messy. Look at how he's looking at Brendan. Uh-oh, here we go. Look at that guy. He's like, uh-oh, here we go.
Cover it.
I would love to cover it.
I mean, I just think.
Oh, say that again, Sayna. Say that again. Say that again. Say that again one more time. Sayna, say that again one more time, babe. Say that again one more time, baby. One more time.
On this show, you already did it on.
I would
Job
like to
Show.
cover it.
I would love to cover it.
I mean, I just think.
Oh, one more time.
It.
I would love to cover it.
I mean, I just
one
think.
more time.
Cover it.
I would love to cover it.
I mean, I just
one
think.
more. Just one more. Uno más.
Cover it.
I would love to cover it.
I mean,
God, I'm bricked up. Big up a
Brian
disease.
should be careful how he speaks about Nate in terms of this beef. Brian actually goes outside and to UFC events. He will absolutely get pressed if he says something.
Oh
Might
no!
get pressed regardless.
That's so true. That's so true. Brian's actually outside, isn't it? He hangs out with fighters. He goes to fight cards. He's always smooshing and whining and dining and staking and ha-ha-heeing old man rapey stuff. Oh, Rinks is gonna get fucking stomped out. Not Brendan. Brendan ain't gonna get rushed. They're gonna rush Rinks. They're gonna catch Callan slipping and they're gonna kick him. And we've already seen how he reacts when he's in danger, right? We see how fucking Brian reacts when he's in danger, right? Let's get that fucking clip up here. Where the fuck's that clip? We need that clip. Where is it? Let me get that here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We see how Brian reacts when he's in danger, don't we? Where is he? Oh, I don't find it. Come on. It should be here. Bish bash wash. There we go. There we go. There we go. We already see how Brian reacts when he's in danger. Let's get that up there. Let's go here. Let's go there. Because Let's see this because we need to see this, don't we? We have to see this. Let's type in run, and it should come up here. There we go. Brian runs from confrontation. So if this is any indication to Brian's level of courage, Brian's level of heart, Brian's level of whatever else, then we know when it comes to Brian Callen, he does embody the moniker that is Brandon Schaub's new car thing. He definitely runs fast, all gas, innit? He's definitely not involved in any sort of beef. Look at how he responds when he's in danger, when there's a threat of physical violence, imminent threat of physical violence. Look at how Brian Callen responds.
What the fuck are you doing here? Oh, what are you doing here? Stop.
And he's out of here. And he's out of here. You see how quick that was? You didn't even see it, did you? You didn't even see that, did you? You didn't even see how quick that was, did you? Eh? You're too busy concentrating on that lady's Kinder Bueno Mummy Milkers. You didn't see it, did you? Let's rewind it back. Let's rewind it right back. Look how quick that was. Look how fast he was out there. Those sandals, those fucking toe holds, they must have like go faster stripes, or they must have some new like carbon fiber footbed thing that makes your feet spring, because he was out there in 7 seconds flat.
What are you doing here? Oh, what are you doing here?
Stop. He's out there.
What are you? Oh.
Nutella. Look at those Kinder Bueno fucking Mama Milkers. Jesus Christos. Okay, cool. So we know how Brian Callen responds in danger, right? We seen it. Oh man, I feel so sad for him. Anyway, let's go one more time.
I would love to cover it.
I mean, I just think it's you know, and I just think that, I mean, I'll read it. So Brendan is very close to Shane Carwin. Shane Carwin's having real problems with CTE.
He's doing better.
Hey, why is that guy sitting like that, by the way? Why is that guy sitting like that? Is that how guys sit when they went to boarding school? Look at that. Why is he sitting like that? And why is he so far away from his friend? Why is he so far away, and why is he sitting like that? Like, that's that boarding school sitting, isn't it? It's like, you know, when you go to boarding school and you come back home and you've been away for so long, even your own home feels foreign, and you sit on the chair like you're sitting in a fucking Airbnb. All right, you sit on like an edge. It's not really your seat, so you're kind of nervous. Why are you sitting like that for? Look at him. Why are you sitting like that for, bro? Relax.
Having real problems with CTE.
He's doing better though. He's getting some help.
Yep, but Shane has posted about it.
Oh my God, he's announcing everything. He's getting better now. He has something in the like. On you guys aren't like. How does he know this? How does he know this stuff about Shane when they're not friends? Something's off here. How does he know all of this stuff? He's getting help. He's not friends. He's able to pay his rent. He's getting looked after. It's like, God Almighty.
The ambiguously gay duos.
Yeah, big up big up Stevie M. Nah, easy. Most of us pause never went to boarding school. Yo, big up the boarding school gang. Big up the boarding school gang, right? Big up getting taken behind the fucking whiteboard gang, yeah? Big up the chalkboard gang, yeah? You know how it is. Big up.
He's doing better, yeah.
And Brendan is very close to him. Brendan off air has always loved Shane. Shane's a great guy. Shane's a family man. Shane's an electrical engineer. He was a UFC champion. There's a lot of good things about Shane. And Brendan was talking about it. And Brendan's like, I call him the weeping giant. He's very emotional.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like a way worse insult than him calling him a crybaby or whatever. A weeping giant. That sounds way more insulting than what Nate said to him. I call him the weeping giant. So a pussy, basically. Cool. A crybaby then. Yeah, cool.
He's crying about it. And then Nate Diaz says Brendan the big...
Who? Nate Diaz? Nate, it sounds like a hot chick.
Says Brendan... Nate Diaz says Brendan the big old pussy shot.
Sounds like an IG baddie, that, isn't it? Nate Diaz. Who's Nate Diaz? Who's Nate Diaz? Who's that?
And Nate Diaz says Brendan the big old pussy shop. Now, I just want to say this. Nate's a fighter, and Nate knows, he understands fighting, and he's
Watch your words. Watch your words. As Assad so clearly pointed out, Assad Aziz, this guy's he's gonna be caught slipping more likely than Brendan. Brendan doesn't go anywhere by all accounts. He just hangs out with his kids, hangs with his family. and goes to sleep. He's actually outside. Watch your words, Cal. Watch your words. You're 60 years old. If somebody snaps your neck, you're dying. Brendan might be able to regenerate one through fucking rain or put in some nicotine. You know what I mean? Those nicotine pouches can do everything. Maybe if he sticks 7 in there, his neck will fucking regenerate and crack itself back in. But if somebody grabs a hold of Brian Cannon's neck, all the spirits of all those people that he may have R-worded are going to kill him quickly. So let's relax.
MMA royalty. He's put it all out there. And to me, it's interesting that he would poke a bear like Brendan, because I don't care who you are. If you weigh 155 pounds and you're in the UFC, I don't care when it is. I don't care if it's right now. If that dude grabs a hold of you, you're going to die.
Okay, it's a special. Okay, that's why. Someone said in the stream chat as well. It's a special cushion that they did. Okay, cool. That's pretty funny. Is that Nate Diaz? Yeah, Nate Diaz and Brendan cushion. That's fucking funny. The glazing and the thing that he does to Brendan is so annoying. I get it because maybe that's the only fighter he knows personally. So it must be still a trip to be like, oh my God, this guy's so strong. But it's like, let's relax. Let's relax a little bit.
It's true. And so Brendan has been kind of dealing with a lot of that hate from even Nate. I think he challenged you in a way. You were wearing Gucci boots.
At Showtime?
At Showtime.
In hindsight, I should have whooped his ass.
You were wearing Gucci boots.
I didn't want to lose my job.
In hindsight, you also lied and said you were cool and said you didn't think nothing of it, tried to act like you're bigger than it. And then now that your career is kind of... Because this wouldn't matter. I don't think he would have cared or went on this rant if his career was in a better place. I think this is a combination of things. This is a combination of BGL, Unique, Podcast Cringe, Sure used to try all these channels, mocking him, channel going under, the Bobby Lee shit, that Joe Rogan. This is this to me is a culmination of things, in my opinion. I don't think this is specifically about Nate Diaz. But if he was in a better position, I think he kind of big times Nate, acts like he's above it, flexes his awards, bookings, shows, tours, all this malarkey, and keeps it moving. But because he's not in a good place and he's maybe feeling a little bit insecure about it, generally, especially if in an argument, if you mention insecurity, you're definitely thinking about your insecurities, or insecurities definitely affecting you. That's why he went on such a wobbler. Because remember that rant, yes, he was angry, but he also sounded like he was about to cry at any moment. Like any moment, he sounded like he was about to cry, burst into tears, which is really a strange reaction when you're trying to threaten somebody. You start crying.
And you were doing the thing, and you go, I
don't want to come off as a bully either.
Exactly. And you're always afraid of...
How are you going to come off as a bully when he's the one... Anyway, whatever.
Coming off as a bully. And I think finally you're like, fuck off.
By the way, this is very awkward when you got guests on the podcast. I'm not going to lie. This is very awkward. You should just cover it quickly, go over it as fast as possible, and move on. You've got a guest on the show. Having them awkwardly sit there while you retell your little drama, your little high school, spat you have with somebody is really weird. Like, bless the guests. They're just there to promote what they want to promote, and here you are talking about some beef. Like, what? Who's Nate again? Who are you again? What are you arguing about? Who?
All this. I'm done with
that's because I don't need with comics, with fighting, like I don't have to work a job for the UFC. I don't need to get passed at the Comedy Store. I don't need managers like me. I don't need the community to like me. Those.
Yo, big up.
It's giving mommy and daddy are fighting.
Yeah. Even worse. It's giving when you go to your friend's house and his mum and dad did have an argument, but the dad isn't there and the mum's trying to explain it to the son while you're there. And you have to like awkwardly just wait until she's finished. But every time she keeps explaining it, she gets herself more angry and she gets herself more riled up as she's explaining it. And the friend is also not trying to egg his mum on because he knows if he gets her going, she's just gonna keep ranting for an hour. So you have to just sit there and awkwardly like, you don't want to take out your phone to be rude. So yeah, that's what it feels like. You walked in at the aftermath of your friend's parents arguing, and you have to now just like let it blow over so you can play PlayStation. Bill, what's in Casey?
Days are done.
You've also, it's not even why you didn't fuck with people. Your personality is, I could probably smack you in the face or punch you in the face and you go, Brian, stop doing this shit.
Hey, could we get to a place where you just rip into these people with jokes? What happened to light you up? Who said it earlier in the stream chat? What happened to the whole light you up? I'll light you up. What happened to that? Could we get to that point? Could we get to a point where if somebody insults you, says something you don't like, you just say something really mean and tease them or something, give them a nickname, hashtag something, bring up something embarrassing, make a meme. What is this like? Why is Brendan turning into like, I'm gonna fight you guy? Really strange. I wonder if maybe the Steve will do it thing was the one as well. Maybe that Steve will do it rant is the one that also broke him. When he was like, hold on, the internet, like even this guy that can't even fight thinks I'm a fucking pussy. I think that might have broke him really. Like, I don't know why he's like so mad.
But for real, like I've gotten in your face before, and we've had arguments where I've got, you know, I have a bad temper, so I'm in Brendan's face. He would pull my head off, but he's not doing that. He's not even thinking that. It's not where his brain goes. But you know,
do I want to do?
Yo, who's this person that was someone Coiler? Who's this person that was saying bad stuff about Uche? They will get banned on the spot because I think I can just ban people because I got the chat open as well. Who's the person? They'll get a perma ban. There's no insulting of them, of the mods or anybody on the stream chat. Actually, we're all here to fucking hang out, have fun, and protect each other. Who's saying bad shit about Uche? Mr. Singh, but okay, cool. Yeah, he's gonna get a ban hammer. Okay, cool. I'll look for him in the next one. He's done. He's done out here. He's done out here. He's done out here. Big up Queen Uche, wherever she is. Big up Queen Uche. But that guy is done out here. Done out here. Snap his neck like Brendan's gonna snap the neck of Nate. Love it.
With Nate either.
I know you don't.
I have no issues. I backed him up when they were trying to feed him to Hamza. I'm like, what the fuck? You remember that whole long rant? I'm like, this is not the way you treat Nate.
This is not how you treat Nate. And that's what bummed me out, is because you've always been in Nate's corner. You've always said good things about Nate when he, not publicly, like you've always admired him for being the fighter he is. He's got that fighter spirit. And then
let's not glaze him. Let's not glaze. You're threatening to fight the guy. Let's not glaze. Let's not do the glaze thing, please.
This is where you go, ooh, buddy, I probably got 20 pounds on you. Now you got a lot more than 20 pounds.
No, he walks right. He's not. So you said 155?
He's 190.
No, he's not. No.
I've been with him, 190.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
Anyway, he fought Jake Paul.
Look at the guys. Look at the guys. Look at the guys, how they look to each other. Now they're arguing about who knows Nate Diaz's walking weight more. Like, what? Look at them. No, I know him. I felt his body. Brendan, no, but I was in the lift with him once. We rolled, like, look at them looking at each other. Look at the guys, like, what have we walked into? Who the fuck are these guys? Also, to be honest, like, you must be really, like, this, I think, I listened to a little of these guys talk and they seem quite intelligent and, you know, entertaining. What would possess you to go on TFATK to promote your podcast? Truly, what are you getting out of this, man? What are you guys getting out of this? Like, God almighty, they're arguing about who knows how much Nate weighs or not. Like, who knows more? Who's more right about how much Nate weighs or whatever? I'm fucking up my fucking words. Let's go here. Look at this. What is this little bickering? He's 190. No, he's trust me, he's 290. He's 210.
Buddy, I probably got 20 pounds on you. Now you got a lot more than 20 pounds.
No, he walks right. He's not. So you said 155?
He's 190.
No, he's not. No.
I've been with him, 190.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
Anyway, he fought Jake Paul. He's well over 200 right now.
Oh, damn. Okay, well,
so you can catch these hands.
Yeah, but either way, I probably got 20 pounds on you, so not too far off. I'll snap your neck, set up a grappling match, and let me know how it goes for you. Have one of your handlers read this tweet and get back to me.
I like the handling part. Yeah, that's good. That's a good.
Yeah. And
stole it from Rogan, by the way. You like the handlers thing? Well, let's show you some handlers. Let's show you where's my handlers tab. You like handlers? These guys like handlers, they said, right? You like handlers? Okay, I'll show you what a handler is. I'll show you where he got it from. Big up the TFATK Reddit guys. This is where he got it from.
Look, Brendan's my boy, but he needs a handler.
Exactly. One more time.
Look, Brendan's my boy, but he needs a handler.
One more time.
Look, Brendan's my boy, but he needs a handler.
Exactly.
The reason you said a grappling match is because obviously a punching or MMA match would be a very bad idea.
Correct.
But, you know...
and he fancies himself jiu-jitsu guy, so...
Sure. And if you read the comments, a lot of people, almost everybody is backing you on this, you know, because I think it was just uncool. And I think Nate should apologize to you. Like as a
he definitely wants not in him, right? But...
I don't get why...
What did he say? He definitely what? He definitely what?
Right, but...
He still looks sad. He still looks really sad about it. Can you guys in stream chat figure out what's going on here? Why does Nate Diaz seem to like really touch the nerve? He seems really sad, like really mad, angry. Like he looks down as fuck.
He definitely wants not in him, right? But
I don't get why the animosity.
Yeah, it's just the elephant in the room. It's weird. Like that's tough guys don't talk shit on social media. Like that doesn't.
Yeah, they do.
Make you a badass, dude. Have you ever seen me talk shit to anybody on social media? Have I ever started any of this?
No, but I just don't.
Yes, you have a few beefs, but hey, let's continue.
I don't get that. That was surprising to me that he did that.
I need to see these Gucci boots at some point. They've been referenced several.
Oh, I thought he was about to say, but did you see the Gucci boots? I would have went off on him.
Times
They're out there, zippers with corduroy on them. They're sick.
Hold on. Can we get that? Somebody must have. Somebody on Chang's must have that. Somebody must have that Gucci. Let's see if we can get that. Let's see if we can get the Gucci. Somebody at Chang's must have the Gucci boots. They must be. Somebody must have it. Somebody must have the Gucci. Because that was a legendary era. What do we have here? Huevos Rancheros, iconic Gucci sale. Do you have the boots? We have Saint Laurent boots. Okay, he's got the boot that I have. They died there. Let's continue. Oh no, let's see. Someone must have the Gucci boots. Are they there? No one's got the Gucci boots. No one's got a picture of the Gucci boots. Really? No way. I thought someone had. Okay, found the Gucci. No, those aren't the Gucci boots he was wearing. He's wearing another pair that like or more like Let's see. Maybe he might get them. Brendan Schwab Gucci boots. Maybe he might have them on his social media. He might post them a long time ago. They're still up. Whoopsie. Brendan Chan, that's fucking hilarious. Brendan Chan. Brendan Chin Schwab. No? Oh, fuck. Let's go to images. Quickly. Come on. Give me something. Oh, look at that picture, man. That's old school, isn't it? Come on. Give me something. There we go. There they are. You see, I knew they're available. There they are. They're the infamous Gucci boots. That's when Brennan was really feeling himself. Those are the infamous Gucci boots. What an era, mate. This is when Brendan was on top of the world. Think he was going to be, think he was going to be someone. And it didn't quite work out, obviously. But yeah, absolute iconic, man. Look at that. And they're probably like $2,000, maybe more, I'd imagine. Probably Italian made. Back in the era where Alessandro Michele was the creative director of Gucci. So very expensive shoes, but yeah, those are the infamous Gucci boots.
They scream I bang guys.
Yeah. and it's something the Spirit Squad would have wore.
Oh, yeah.
Sick.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Spirit.
Yeah, and I just thought that was the first time I've ever seen you.
Wow, to be fair, big up on Aziz. I think Brian's aware that he's outside. He is kind of like playing nice. He's not really going off the handle. He's not really going crazy. Big up on Casey.
He facies himself some fisticuffs.
No.
He facies himself a
So-
grappler.
okay.
Where did Bappa steal this? He fancies himself phrase from.
Maybe Chris. Maybe something from Chris. He fancies himself or something. Maybe Chris. Maybe it's one of Chris's little joke things. I get a feeling it might be Chris. Maybe Chris Soler is to blame for this. Big up on Casey.
I've ever seen you be honest.
Yeah.
And I've ever seen, I mean, in terms of
enough's enough.
Like enough's enough, where
Enough's
I was
enough.
like, you don't get to treat me that way.
No, I'm also not hard to find. I'm all over.
Yeah.
So I
big up Josh says Brennan is right here. I think he's finally just had enough. He's got tired of people caught challenging. Oh, I can't read. Not gonna lie, Brennan is right here. I think he's finally just tired of people challenged. Crash out. It's the ending we deserve. No, he's right, but I don't think in this instance he's right. In this particular situation, he should have fired back with the jokes. The thing that he fired back with was enough. The crash out on the thing was too much. It's too excessive. The guy didn't say that much to warrant that response, and it also shows that you are feeling a way about him in general, or you felt a way about him in general, and you're definitely in a bad place in life that you're reacting that way too much. But I think he did right replying to Steve will do it that way, and whatever else. I don't know who the other person is, but that was a justified crash out. Like, hey, let me remind you, you're a YouTube streamer guy, chill the fuck out. I know it's funny to laugh at me on the internet, but if I see you in real life, I'll kill you. You know, like that is needed sometimes. But I don't think the Nate Diaz tweet needed that level of a response. It's a bit much. But, you can't tell people how to get offended, I guess.
Did this on the shop show. Like, if he wants to roll up one-on-one, whatever you want to do, bud. He won't, though. He won't. He always rolls with a posse. But like I said on the shop, there better be 5 to 10 of you. If you just come with 3 or 4, you're going to get fucked up, dude. And that's the truth.
Jesus
and
Christ.
I don't want to do it. I'm not looking for, I'm a father of 3. Dude.
You're not apologizing, though.
Oh, no. I'll fuck you up. And then still take Tiger to practice and not even think about it. I sent that tweet. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I went to Tiger's practice. Then I spent all day at the baseball fields. I didn't even think about it. Shows up. Okay, cool. I run 3 miles every day, work out every day. What are you going to do, dude?
It'd be a bad situation.
It'd be a nightmare. But he knows that.
I think he knows that.
He knows that. That's why he's poking the bear, But I don't get why. Like, go look for a fight you're going to get. I'm not going to fight you,
I don't know why. That sounds a bit crybaby-ish, isn't it? I don't know why. It's like, come on.
Unless you want to, and then, all right, you force my hand. Yeah. But again, talk to your boys. Ask them how it would go for them. They all know. One of his coaches I trained with for a long time. One of his best training partners I've rolled with. Ask him how it went. Yeah. Figure it out, dude.
Yeah.
Or just talk shit online.
I was just going to say the safest bet is just put a couple posts out there, then you're fine.
I'm just surprised.
Again, I don't want to.
I was bummed.
I don't need any drama.
It just bummed me out.
Nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing
it
surprises
sucked.
me.
I was like,
well, if it was about something, you can take a side on, but this is just you basically had compassion for someone else.
Yes.
That's not. No one's backing him up on that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's what kids do and he's too old for this shit. Like, it was a younger fighter like coming at me. I'm like, I get it, bud. You're trying to make a name. I get it.
Yeah, that's why
I've been in the space a long time. I get it. You can get views off it. That stuff didn't bother me.
Does he honestly think he's that big of a deal that people want to say stuff about him to get views? Brendan's sense of self-importance is very akin to locals. Locals have the same sort of thing too, where they think they are really the center of the universe. They are the center, or the universe revolves around it. No, the universe revolves around them. Whichever way it goes. But you know what I mean. I'm getting redacted. Listen to Brendan.
Respond to it. I'm like, I get the game. He's old, man. Like, he's old enough to know better. Yeah. It's like, that's the algorithm. Talk shit, get it going out, get the views. He's too old for this shit.
Yeah, it was strange. I didn't get it. It bummed me
and
out.
End of the day, you're going to do nothing. You're going to do nothing. That's how this goes. Yeah. He'll do nothing.
The guys on the stream, big up Coiler. The guys on the couch, actually, I should have mentioned, is Nick and Ryan Nemeth. WWE and TNA pro wrestlers Nick Dolph Ziggler and his brother Ryan Nemeth joined the show for the first time. They talk how they got into pro wrestling, working with Vince McMahon, wrestling with Bobby Lashley, how they go into stand-up comedy, Brian Payne, Paul Boy, Mad TV, update on Nate Diaz, Ryan being terribly packed by Nick, and much more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you want, not hard to find, I'm all over, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this new version of you, Brennan.
It's not even, this has always been there. I just don't talk about it.
Yeah. No,
wish a motherfucker would.
Yeah.
He wanted to say all this when he was failing at comedy, innit? But that would come across wild. You say my comedy special is bad, I'll kill you. That's what he wanted to say, right? That's what he actually wanted to say. But now he's saying it.
Yeah, no, it's true. You're still a fighter.
Oh, yeah. Remember the last time you were at the gas station, you saw those...
Oh, fucking no. Is it going to finish? Let's see. What's the other bit? Is it done? Gas station pills. Let's see. I think that might be finished for the rant. Let's see. Anything more for the rant?
Like, I remember there was a guy who was a jiu-jitsu guy, and he was being insulting. And, he just kind of pushed Brennan to the point where it was like... It was a thing, and Brendan just finally went, hey.
Big up Andrew W. Dolph Ziggler dated Amy Schumer. Is that true? Dolph Ziggler would be a good rapper name, to be fair. Amy Schumer. Really? Oh, yeah, there you go. Ziggler said that after Schumer appeared on Howard Stern and about their sex being too athletic for her liking, he received... What? She said the sex was too athletic. That's a really funny fucking way to describe it. Athletic sex. The woman on screen. What? He was too athletic. What? It's no secret that comedian Amy Schumer and SmackDown Live superstar Dolph Ziggler used to be a couple. In fact, the relationship has been referenced by former no thanks, by okay, agree, all these fucking pop-ups. Fuck off, you punk, you can't. During the appearance on Sam Roberts' wrestling podcast, Ziggler spoke about the relationship with Schumer and the one thing he didn't like about the way it ended. Ziggler said that after Schumer appeared on Howard Stern and said that their sex was too athletic for her liking, he received dozens of voicemails. I was actually flying home and turned my phone off at the plane at 78 voicemails or so. He said that regarding the time with Schumer, the first maid, this is 77 more than usual, and no, it's great, she's funny. He went on to say a number of family members heard the interview, including his mother. Having them here, I was like, oh, this is so disgusting, and somehow went out of their way to listen to it. I don't even, oh my God, go away. Like, this is my grandmother, listen to Serious Radio, but otherwise we're buddies. She's so funny, and I was a fan of hers, and she was supposed to do a show in Phoenix and she cancelled. I kind of gave her crap on the internet saying don't go see her, she'll cancel the show, but I guess she was sick for real, so they're gonna make sure to clarify that the two remain friends even after they dumped her. Okay, cool, I didn't know that. Big up Andrew W for the information there. Dolph Ziggler and Amy Schumer used to be a thing, yeah? Fair play. To be fair, he actually looks better than her. I'm not gonna lie. He actually looks cuter than her. I'd probably, you know what I mean? Probably smash him before I smashed her. No lie. Because she's she might be a 1. Let's continue.
Hey, I'm a fighter, so just be careful now. Like, for real. Like, you're a jiu-jitsu guy. You're really good, but I'm a fighter, and there's a difference.
Yeah. So in pro wrestling, we say you've been repackaged as a new character.
You're the heel.
I got repackaged. No, I'm still babyface.
Still babyface, just
I wouldn't mind you. I wouldn't mind
just
you
another layer to you.
Another layer.
You're pretty good at talking trash. I wouldn't mind you. The
Oh, shut up, man, Brian Callen. Shut up.
Yo, I wouldn't mind if you just changed as the heel.
Just start talking shit.
Yeah, watch your music cues around me, obviously.
It's just not my. It's exhausting.
I know. You don't like conflict. I don't either. I don't stay mad. The problem with you and I is we don't stay mad. I just don't stay mad.
If Nate walked in right now, I was like, what the fuck, man? And I explained to him, he's like, oh, I get it. I'd hug him.
Of course.
I wouldn't come at him violently right away. Nah, that's not my thing.
I wouldn't come at him violently right away. Yeah, we know. We've seen the show shut down.
No.
It takes
I've always
a
been a
little
fan of
effort
Nate's.
to explain something that you probably shouldn't have to explain.
You would think. You would think my friend's really suffering, and he has 10 friends that are suffering. You think Shab makes sense with that, man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying let's.
No. It's never gonna make sense to see people crying in front of a camera. I'm sorry. It's just never gonna make sense, especially when the person isn't really your friend. You're trying to say he's your friend to make yourself look good, right? Which is understandable, because why not? But let's be real, you're not friends.
The UFC's feet to the fire and Dana's feet to the... No, it's not their issue. This is a much bigger issue.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about one particular case who's a very close friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, can we maybe help this guy out? That's it.
That's it.
All right. You want to fight me over that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
But you worry about C.
No. You said you want to fight him. He did say he want to fight you. Look how Brendan's fucking spinning it already. You want to fight me over this? He called you a crybaby.
Fight me over that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you worry about CTE. It's also like everybody who fights and played football for that long worries about
I don't,
that.
though, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't. I feel like it would pop up by now.
Right.
Look how they're looking at him. How dumb are you? You feel like it'd pop up by now, so you don't think it's already popped up. You see some videos of Brendan talking 5 years ago, and you're like, yeah, you definitely got CTE, bro.
I agree.
I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Well, that stuff
Going to help.
helps, yeah.
I'm like BJ Penn. I don't
A
believe
little
in CTE.
massage to your brain. Massage the CTE away.
I'm not going to make any claims, but I like it. So
I think John Cena also said he doesn't. Was it John Cena who said he doesn't believe in CTE?
John Cena's smarter than that. I would. Did China make him say that?
He maybe said it, 20 years ago.
Well, John did.
You can't hold anybody's feet to the fire 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
anyway, we're done. That's basically it. That's the major major part of that beef and that fucking exchange. Absolutely unbelievably redacted. You gotta love how redacted that whole thing was. Don't really understand what's going on there. Beefing over really nothing. It doesn't really make much sense. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? Yo, big up, Austin Casey. Appreciate you, brother.
IO. Big up for the
Hey,
landmark
yeah,
300th episode. Always love catching the streams. You and everyone in the stream chat make it the best stream in my opinion. Thanks for all the content. Oz, you're an all-time legend, bro.
Let's go. Big up Austin Casey, brother. Appreciate you. You're an absolute G. Appreciate the support as per usual. And yeah, man, the stream chat makes it. I say it all the time on here. You motherfuckers think I'm, lying. But the stream chat is what makes this place or makes these streams fun, Without the stream chat, then what I'm saying, all the jokes I'm making don't land. And some of them don't. Most of them don't. So without you motherfuckers joining in and adding your 10 pence, it never adds to the story. So big up everybody tuning in. Appreciate all of you guys all the time. Make sure you smash that like button down below. Join the Discord. Be a member of the community and hang out with all of us and participate in the best, as Austin Casey says, the best stream chat in the streams landscape out there. This is the best one. This is the best one. None other comes close. Big up Austin Casey. You're a fucking G. Appreciate you always. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. You get me? Always and forever. Big up Ricky Pitcher. Wild One Ricky Pitcher.
Love you guys.
Yeah. We're here. Big up a stream chat. Big up for you tuning in. Appreciate you all. Thank you. How should we recap this? In summary, Papa needs to chill. It's not that deep. It really isn't. He's made a mountain out of a molehill. And now he's backed himself into a corner where he has to be tough guy now. He's already walking it back by saying if he sees him in real life, he's not going to jump him. But I think if you're already doing this whole like tough guy thing and you want to snap people's necks, you kind of have to be this person now, and you kind of have to do this across the board. So what happens when, some other fighters who you said bad things about finally get wind of what you said? What happens when Brock Lesnar is made aware of what you said about his daughter? What happens if Al Pacino finds out some way, shape or form what you said about his daughters and the fact that you think they're ugly? Then what happens? Are you going to crash out the same way or are you going to pick and choose? That's the issue. So he's really backed himself into a corner. It's a really bad place to be at. And in general, it just probably shows or speaks to the real, I won't say loneliness, but the real, like, how sad his life has become in a way, man. Like, he's in a really shitty place. I feel like he's not doing well at all. I think this crash out has very little to do with Nate, and it's just a combination of him just having enough, as somebody else mentioned before, and just deciding, you know what? Okay, cool. You guys think I'm this guy? Like, I was trying to be a nice guy, pretending to be a nice guy, and I'm just going to lean into it and be the guy that you guys think I am. And I'm going to crash out in the process. I think that's what's going on, personally. I think that's what we're witnessing in real time. We're witnessing Brendan be like, you know what? I've had enough, man. No more of you motherfuckers, no more of you motherfuckers pretending and acting like I'm this other guy. No way.
Also, add this to your XDJ Oz fund. Smiley face.
Big up. Austin Casey, yeah. The XDJ fund. Yeah. We got some way to go. But yeah, we're gonna do that. I said I was gonna buy this DJ controller thing that's like £3,000, so I can play outside in the streets and like do like DJ busking. And it's funny because it's £3,000, and there's a type of thing that I think is going to make people want to snap my neck, right? Because I was thinking about it when I was doing Taz. Like after I finished Taz, I was like, you know what? I'm not sure how good of it. It's a good idea to promote myself, but I'm not sure how the public will receive it. See me in the streets just like DJing with a massive speaker next to me. I think those people would want to break my neck, and I think they'd have every reason going out to work in the morning and you just see me just blaring super loud techno on the street corner outside of a station, you know, without, you know, without any warning, just giving them pure, absolute, you know, ear R word. So yeah, I don't know how good of an idea it is, but I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna give it a go because I'm a give it a go kind of guy. You get me? Big up everybody, and appreciate you. Oh my god. Anyways, let's keep it going. Yeah, it is, bro. To be fair, you know what's good about them, what they've done with the market and why it is so much money. They've cornered. I don't know if this does it apply in any other field. Let me know, Stream Chat, if you guys know this. But essentially, that controller is made by Pioneer, and Pioneer is like the industry standard for all DJ equipment. But they've done a really clever thing over the years where there's no one else comes close. There's Denon, I think, kind of comes close, but not really. But Pioneer is the only brand that matters. So every DJ or every person that's into music, when you want to get equipment or to do with DJing, whatever, you buy their stuff. So they basically can overcharge for stuff that they shouldn't. You know, there's no reason why that controller should be £3,000, but it's 3,000 because you don't want to buy the Denon one. You don't want to buy from another brand. You want to buy a Pioneer one. But I'm not too sure if that monopoly exists in any other field. Even smartphones nowadays, Androids are so good, you don't need an iPhone. You know, people are purposely getting anything but an iPhone because they don't want to be in the walled garden. But even in Nike, with shoes, I feel like nowadays shoes, like Nike isn't number one anymore. People are wearing Asics now. They're wearing New Balance. They're wearing Puma. They're wearing whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure why they've been able to corner the market like that. There's no, like, then we need another brand to come in and undercut them, but no one has come close to Pioneer. Like, think of vinyl turntables, 1210s. Sorry, the Technic 1210s. No other companies come close to replicating the quality of Technic 1210s, so they're really expensive to buy them brand new. Same with CDJs. Like, I've always wondered that, like, is anyone going to come across and actually make an alternative that isn't that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, big up, Coiler. Apple's the Pioneer's the Apple of EDM. Exactly, basically. Really interesting. Anyway, let's continue. Big up everybody that super chatted and shit and donated. Appreciate you always. Austin Casey, Ricky Pitcher, everybody else that donated. Appreciate you. Let's continue. Let's do a couple. I'll do a couple more before I got head off for a little break, and then I'm gonna come back with part 2 later tonight. Okay. So let's do a couple more and then we can continue. And then I'll come back again for part 2 later tonight. So let's continue. So this is another one to talk about. This particular one. Because I've noticed this myself and I was going to bring up in the previous stream, but I forgot to. But somebody else mentioned it in the TFATK subreddit. Have you noticed this, by the way? Look at this post. So as of late, TFATK have stopped having like descriptions and shit on their titles for the video pods. So there's no more like, oh, I don't know, whatever words they used to say previously. Let me see what they used to say, but they usually title their podcasts a certain way. Now they just write the TFATK and what the episode number is, but there's no more titling. I wonder if this is like an SEO hack. Yeah, before there'd be like a title like, reacting to another assassination attempt from Trump. Who's at fault? Tyreek Hill or the cops? Is Brendan too much? $1 Million Baby. Now they stopped doing it. So I'm wondering, is this because they are lazy? Is this an SEO hack? Is the Sanas have too much to do? So now she's refusing to do the titles because she's doing everything else? What is going on? Because there's no more special titles. No more like, it's just TFATK episode, boom, boom, boom. And there's no extra, and there's no title on the thumbnail. It's just the episode number. No crazy design or graphics, I wonder what's happening. I honestly wonder what's happening there. Chin's too drunk. Big up Wingers to come up with titles. Great production, Chin. What are you guys saying here? Pioneer Cast vs. Srata, agree. AZ, I'm a long time lurker. This is the best Bapper coverage on the internet. Thank you so much. Fish called Wonder. You should be called Fish called Chin, actually. Fish called Wonder should be Fish called Chin. 7-day-old Fish Chin. AZ, why can't you play clubs or venues? You rock and you're a very exciting DJ. You know how it is, man. these clubs hate niggas, isn't it? That's how it is. These clubs hate niggas. It's not my skill. It's not my lack of promotion. Not my lack of marketing. It's not my lack of effort. It's not my lack of consistency. Nope, it's the club's fault. They're all racist. They're all racist. Let's continue. Sonos is too busy gobbling Brendan's Schmidt. TFATK is becoming Nokia of the internet. Oh, I love that. Big up below the streets. So yeah, what's happening? What do you think is happening? I'm curious. I think the easiest explanation is always the best or the right. So most likely it's a combination of Saina's probably having less time. Saina's been going to, or Sanaz has been going to shows. She's been hanging out with all her cool friends. Her social life is picking up, and it seems like to me we might be nearing the end of Sanaz's time at TFATK. Just because she's starting to blossom outside of TFATK. So she might have got whatever she wanted from them, and she's not bothered to do anything more. And she maybe started off doing the titles and the timestamps to impress them. Now she's got the job and she's comfortable. Doesn't want to do it anymore. Chin definitely doesn't do it as like a line in the sand. I think he's like, okay, I do enough. I'm not also going to title the videos individually and add the titles onto the thumbnail. He's not going to do that. So I think this is purely a saying as not having enough time because she's popular type of thing. That would be my assumption. But you never know. Maybe this is a hack. Maybe this is a new thing that we'll see flagrant copy too sometime soon. You never know. Continuing on. Look at this meme. Absolutely brilliant. Featuring Clin Chrising. Clin Chrising. An idiot abroad. Redacted. Ignorant. Haphazard. Big up haphazard in the Reddit. An idiot abroad is fucking brilliant. That is perfectly describing Jin. Where's that wall? I don't need to know where that wall is. Where's that wall? I don't need to know where it is. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, what an absolute G. Continuing on. What else we got here? One more. Let's play this one. Let's play. Oh no, let's not do that one. That's gonna bleed my ears. Let's do one more here. We did that redacted one. Let's do hands free. Let's do this one. Hands free.
Pretty crazy. Is it crazy? People drive and text, and you're like, dude, you're merging onto the highway.
I got
the TikTok
cell
video
phone ticket today.
The law is actually not texting. The law is called
on the phone.
No, it's hands-free driving.
Right. Okay. Got it.
So even if
there we go, hands free. Hands free. Hands free. Hands free.
Ride through the city like Brennan Shaw. I'm on a mission to get it all. If you ain't thick, please don't get involved. Don't want them skinny like.
Bloody hell, mate. Honestly, I'm actually surprised he hasn't got into a proper road accident. To be fair, flipping the truck is one thing, but I'm surprised he actually hasn't got in a proper one. Don't want it to happen, but God forbid. But anyway, that is where we will convene for now. That is where we're gonna convene for now. For part one. Okay, my friends, part one, we're going to convene there for now. Part one, we're going to convene there for now. And we're going to come back later for part two. Okay. So big up the stream chat, big up for tuning in. I'm going to break for now, so make sure you hit the like button before I leave. We're going to do part two later on tonight. So keep an eye out for that to be scheduled. Probably about 10:30, 11 maybe my time. So keep an eye out for that one. And then we'll continue on from there, okay? Make sure you like the stream chat, my friends. And I'll see you guys again in a few hours. So do not delay. Make sure you come back and hang out with the kid. And we can laugh some more. All right? Okay, cool. Peace.